Hey everybody, welcome. This is No Bones About Wrestling, and this is our Thursday retro watch along. I'm one of your hosts, Asa. How's it going? I'm going to be joined by K Fabulous and by Switch. I think he's going to be a little late, but he's going to join us. And tonight we are watching WCW Beach Blast '93. So yeah, it's available on Peacock and it's available on YouTube for free. If you want to join us. Alex, how's it going? Yeah, all is well. Yep. Thank you. So we've got the main event is World WCW World Champion Big Van Vader teaming up with Sid Vicious. They're called the Masters of the Power Bomb. They are accompanied by Harley Race and Colonel Robert Parker, and they're going to face off against Sting and Davey Boy Smith in the main event. We've got unified NWA WCW World Tag Team Champions, the Hollywood Blondes. That's Stunning Steve Austin and Flying Brian Pillman. And they're defending against two of the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson and Paul Roma. We've got NWA World Champion Barry Windham defending his belt against another Four Horseman, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. For the vacant United States title, we have a 30-minute Iron Man match between Dustin Rhodes and Ravishing Rick Rude. WCW World Television Champion Paul Orndorff defends his belt against Ron Simmons. We've got Johnny B. Bad versus Max Payne, and more. There are 8 matches total. I'm not sure how many I just went through. What we got? Main event, World, US, Tag, TV, Johnny B. Bad. So there's 2 matches I'm forgetting, but 8 matches in total. And yeah, it's a great show. I got a 0.5 buy rate, so not the best buy rate, but not a bad one. So you want to go ahead and get Beach Blast pulled up and get it on triple zeros and pause it. So just press play real quick and then press pause. And yeah, so WCW in 1992 and 93 in July they did Beach Blast, and then in 1994 it changed to Bash at the Beach. I like Beach Blast better personally, but same thing almost. But yeah, strangely enough, this Beach Blast '93 was in Biloxi, Mississippi, which I don't know. Do they have beaches in Mississippi? I don't know, honestly. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I have no idea. Never been there. Do they?
Isn't that on the coast or is it that Alabama?
I don't know. I know Alabama has beaches.
Then no, Mississippi does not.
Oh, okay.
Or wait, no, yes, they should because they're next to each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, K Fabulous is here. Kay, are you looking forward to the show?
I am looking forward to the show. I love Beach Blast. At least I love the first one.
The first one, yeah.
So I'm assuming I'm going to love the second one.
So yeah, so you want to go to, if you're on Peacock, you want to go to WCW Beach Blast, and you go to season 2. This is the second out of 2 Beach Blast events. And we'll get started in a couple minutes here. Wait for people to filter into the room. Can you repost this, please?
Are we waiting for Switch too, or is he coming later?
No, he's coming later. Yeah, we're gonna get started without him.
And I'll be hopping in and out in the middle of making dinner. Sorry.
That's fine.
It'll be delicious.
I'm sure.
Making Greek soup.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna make burgers too?
No.
Oh, great. I'm trying to think of the 2 matches I'm forgetting. Eric Watts faces someone. And then there's another match I'm forgetting totally.
Did you talk about the Shangri-La match?
Oh, it's not Shangri-La.
What is it?
Shanghai Pierce and Tex Slazenger take on Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Alexander Bagwell in a tag match.
What's Shangri-La?
It's like I don't know.
Is that like a made up
It's like a mystical place? I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. So that's a match. And then, like I said, the last one, I can't remember. Eric Watts versus someone. Might be Lord Steven Regal. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might be. I think.
Can't remember if Steven Regal was in a match that you told me about yesterday or not.
Yeah, so I've not looked up the winners, and Kay has never seen this show.
Yep.
So I don't think so.
No, I haven't. I don't think. You think I might have?
I think you've seen the main event for sure.
Which is what again?
Sting and Davey Boy Smith versus Big Van Vader and Sid Vicious. Hey, what's up, Eric?
Sounds like something I would have probably watched with you.
Mm-hmm. So one of the interesting things about this is we got these vignettes for the main event. These like on film vignettes that Eric Bischoff was famous / infamous for producing, and one of which had Sting and Davey Boy Smith. They're playing beach volleyball with orphans. How do we know they're orphans? I think they say it or something. I don't know. But they're playing beach volleyball with orphans.
The suspense.
And Big Van Vader and Sid Vicious, they show up. And they're talking their shit. And Harley Race and Colonel Parker, and they're talking their shit. And while they're distracting Sting and Davey Boy, they send an evil little person named Cheatham. And he has an eye patch. He's about 4 feet tall. And he has scuba gear on. Or not scuba gear, he just has a snorkel. And he goes and he has a bomb. And Sting and Davey Boy, they get on their boat. Something happens. They get on their boat, and Cheatham puts the bomb on the boat, and the boat explodes. And it looks as though Vader and Sid Vicious have murdered Sting and Davey Boy. Well, Vader, Sid Vicious, and Cheatham have murdered Davey Boy and Sting just to get a forfeit win in a tag team match. That's how it appears. But it turns out Sting and Davey Boy survived. Cheatham is not a murderer. He's just an attempted murderer. But yeah, that's.
Do you think that's better or worse? Because then, like, not only are you a criminal, but you're not even good at that. Like, would you be super depressed if you were Cheatham, other than the fact that your name is Cheatham, which is really depressing?
I'd be fine. I'd be fine with it.
Would you change your name?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So this is actually where Cheatham got his name. He was in a vignette for the 1992 Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal match with Sting and Jake the Snake at Halloween Havoc 92. He was in a vignette for that, and that was his debut. I forget what he did, but he was in the debut, or in the vignette for that. And then he was in the White Castle of Fear vignette with where Sting showed up at Big Van Vader's White Castle of Fear, and there was Cheatham. And this was the third vignette with Cheatham in it. This is where he got his name, when he tries to murder Sting and Davey Boy, and he's never seen again. So who knows? And Eric says, I'm getting the old NWA US title in 2 weeks from eBay for $124. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's a cool looking belt. And as I mentioned tonight, we're not going to see the NWA US title match, but we are going to see a WCW US title match. Dustin Rhodes versus Rick Rude in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the vacant belt. And 8 matches overall. And yeah, so we're going to get started in just a minute here. You should have Beach Blast 93. You should have it queued up on Peacock or on YouTube. It's on YouTube for free. You should have it queued up at 000. And if you're looking on Peacock, you search WCW Beach Blast, and it's season 2. It's the second of 2 Beach Blast pay-per-views. So yeah, go ahead and get those paused at 000, and we're going to start very soon here. I'm going to do a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press play. We'll all press play, and we'll all have fun. So I'm going to trust everybody has it paused at 000 now. And if you miss it, or if you get off of the timing throughout the night, I'll say we're at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. We're at 10 minutes. We're at 12 minutes. Stuff like that. so you can get back on the timing if you get off somehow. So here, we're going to start. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. Wait, technical difficulties. Everybody stop. Mine didn't play. I'm sorry. I think I had it paused for too long. Everybody start back over. Start back over. Go to triple zeros. I'm sorry. I had it paused for like 20 minutes. Okay. Let me give everybody some time to get back paused. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, so press rewind again and pause it immediately. Get it back to triple zeros. And now we're going to start again. I'll give everybody about 30 seconds to do that. Get it to triple zeros. Sorry about that. Like I said, I just had it paused for too long and it wouldn't play. It does that on Peacock. So give everybody about 10 more seconds to get it back to triple zeros, and then I'll do the countdown again. Okay. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. So it should be at 12, 13, 14, 15 seconds, 17, 18, 19, 20 seconds, 21, 22.
Stand the challenge of Horseman, Anderson, and Rowan. Who holds the ultimate power in WCW? The evil masters of the power bomb or the superpowers? And will history be made tonight as Nature Boy Ric Flair attempts to walk that aisle one more time? World Championship Wrestling presents Beach Blast. Coliseum as a title win on the Wrestling Unflattened. It's the Gulf of Mexico. It's Beach Blast 93.
Oh, well, they say they're on the Gulf of Mexico, of course, now known as the Gulf of America.
The big main event matches of the Powerbomb cooking of the superpowers. Hello, everybody. I'm your Bishop along with the lovely Missy Hyatt. Missy, this is the one we've been waiting for.
That's right, but you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the first match, and I'm waiting for you and me going and having a pina colada.
Oh, man, there is so much going on. The Iron Man Challenge, the match is going to determine the new, undisputed U.S. Heavyweight Championship. Ric Flair walking that aisle, hoping for the 10th time to become the NWA Champion. It is going to be a tremendous, tremendous night of hard-hitting wrestling action, and I, for one, am very glad to be a part of it. How about you?
I am really excited.
Tremendous crowd on hand. Without any further delay, let's get down. Tony Schiavone and Jesse the Body Ventura. All right, Eric Bischoff. The summer is red hot. It's red hot here in Biloxi. No, I am not beside Jesse the Body Ventura. I do understand Jesse is here somewhere, but I cannot find him. I wonder if it's possible if we can locate Jesse the Body.
Tony with the orange backwards baseball cap, orange shade holders, and orange, I don't know, was it zinc on his nose? I don't know what that is.
Wait a minute. No, that's not Jesse. Jesse. What?
And Jesse's at the bar.
Yes. The first match is getting ready to get in the ring. It is? Yes. Why don't you say your goodbyes and come on down the ringside? God, Tony, I don't say goodbye because we're not finished yet. I'll tell you what. I'm going to come down. I'm going to do Beach Blast, but I'm going to keep my 4 ladies with me because when it's all over, we got other things to do, Tony. But for right now, Beach Blast is number 1. I'm on my way down. All right. Well, Jesse the Body Ventura is making his way down to the ringside location. What a tremendous program we have. And of course, there is only one. Here
Okay, just to make sure we're all at the same point, we're at 3 minutes and 8 seconds, 9, 10.
Ringside, look, take a look at this. Make sure you have, there you go. Make sure you have all the ladies with you. Beach Blast 93, like Eric and Missy said at the top of our telecast. The excitement of World Championship Wrestling is here, and I guess the glamour of World Championship Wrestling as well. How do we keep the ladies and then get you back? Come on, Jeff. Jeff, get up. Start this program.
Jesse Ventura coming to the ring in style. 4 beach babes.
I don't know what to say. Let's go to the ring and you can get Beach Blast.
Here we go. I think the World Television title match starts us off. Ron Simmons challenging the champion Paul Orndorff here. 20-minute time limit. So they said if Orndorff loses by DQ, he loses the belt also. And here comes former WCW World Champion Ron Simmons. It's weird. There's a sign there that said Biloxi welcomes the WCW. It's weird when people call it the WCW. Like Bret Hart always calls it the WCW. The World Championship Wrestling. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Here comes Mr. Wonderful. Yes, thank you for joining us tonight. It should be a good, or it will be a good show. We should have a good time. People love calling Paul Orndorff Paula. Gets under his skin. Orndorff, of course, in the probably his most famous moment, he was in the main event of WrestleMania 1. It was Piper and Orndorff versus Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. And Piper and Orndorff famously lost. Somebody had a sign that said, "What's up with that butt tape, Paul?" I don't know what that's about. I haven't seen any butt tape.
Don't believe me, Mr. Watkins prepared. He's the type of guy that the odds are putting against the championship.
Orndorff still drawing with the crowd here. And Simmons takes him down. Ron Simmons, of course, was the first black world champion.
You want soup?
Nah, I'll get some in a little bit.
Simmons wasting no time getting the offense going here. Simmons put Mr. Wonderful from the elbow, the submarine. Simmons going for.
And he was the, if you want to divide things that way, which we don't have to, but it used to be noteworthy in wrestling when there was a black wrestler. You didn't, in the big companies, you really didn't see them very much. Ron Simmons was the only black WCW champion until Booker T won it in the very late years of the promotion, about 7 years after what we're watching here. Of course, nowadays, I don't think most people think of it like that. You know, white wrestlers, black wrestlers. I think we have so many black wrestlers now. It's more, it's much more normal than it was in the 90s. When it was pretty rare still. You'll always see wrestlers. I've mentioned this before, but I don't always mention it. You always see wrestlers, they work with the left arm. I don't know what the hell Ron Simmons is doing right there, but you always work the left arm and throw each other by the left arm. And you do that just so you know what's coming, So whatever move you've called, the left arm is how it's gonna go. You're not having to say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna pick you up with my right arm, I'm gonna throw you by your right arm. You just know it's the left arm.
So who we got? I just showed up.
Okay, fabulous, ladies and gentlemen. In time for the first match here.
Orndorff and Simmons, you said?
For the world television title. Man, Simmons is a big guy. It's a former college football star for Florida State.
I didn't realize I was playing for Florida State. I knew he was a football star.
I believe Orndorff might have played college football too. I'm not sure.
I feel like with the name Orndorff, you should have played college football.
Yeah. And the disqualification rule is waived here, Kay. So if Orndorff loses by DQ, he loses the TV title.
Why?
Because he's had a number of matches against Simmons where he's gotten himself disqualified.
Oh, intentionally.
Yes. So now they're not playing that.
I like it.
And there you see Simmons working the left leg of Orndorff.
It looks like Vader's trying to bite your picture.
Yes, it does.
He's terrifying.
Yeah. That's his job.
He does it well.
Yeah, we got the main event lineup behind us here.
He's so scary.
So that's quite a
He is the scariest wrestler to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that muscular frame right in.
It's his mask. It like creeps me out so bad.
Shit.
Is in major trouble and Simmons going for a big
Giant Gonzalez isn't scarier.
No, he was always dressed like an idiot. His outfit makes him look like a joke, Gonzalez.
Hmm. So Giant Gonzalez spent time before he was Giant Gonzalez. He spent time in WCW as El Gigante.
Is that when he dressed like a hairy naked man?
No, that was Giant Gonzalez.
Okay,
WCW, he did not dress like a hairy naked man.
I see. So Johnny Gonzalez is
Giant.
Giant.
There is no Johnny
We know it when we
Gonzalez.
say the wrong thing. So Giant Gonzalez is in WWF?
Yes.
Okay, that I did not realize. It's very confusing. If you didn't grow up watching it, like who's in what company when and what their names were
Yeah, I
and
can
which
see that.
company.
I can see that.
I need like one of those like serial killer chaser boards with like all the string, to
See.
keep everything straight.
Ron Simmons, about 3 years after this, went to WWF and became Farouk Assad.
I like the name Farouk.
And Switch is with us. What's up, Switch?
What's up?
And for those of you just joining us, like Switch, we are at 15 minutes and 3 seconds in. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How about y'all, man?
Yeah, doing well, doing well. In the middle of moving all month.
Oh yeah, that's right. Y'all got to start getting ready to pack up and stuff.
We've been doing it, yeah.
We have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, we gotta get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Sound like somebody needs to have a yard sale.
yeah,
We can't have a yard sale where we live because we live in a condo.
true.
Oh,
And our HOA
all right.
doesn't allow it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I think so. I mean,
Oh, that's stupid.
I've
What
lived
are they
here
gonna
for
do?
18
Kick us
years.
out?
There's never been a yard sale in the last like 17 years I've lived here.
We're leaving. What are they gonna kick us out?
I mean, they could shut it down. I mean, there's nowhere for us to have it without blocking everyone's parking space.
That's true.
Or we could have it in an area where the dogs go to the bathroom, but that seems gross.
That seems gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
I know that's right.
Yeah. Getting rid of some furniture.
I've been selling stuff on eBay. So
I got to get with eBay, man. I'd be so scared about doing it on there.
About selling on there?
No, about buying off of there.
Oh.
I'd be
it's
seeing
pretty
good
amazing.
deals, and I'd be like, that's too good to be true.
I've had like almost no problems buying on eBay. And I bought a bunch of stuff on there.
I don't think I've ever bought anything on eBay.
I've had maybe 1 or 2 things, and then I was able to return both of them out of who even knows how much I've bought on there. You just got to look and make sure people have good feedback. That's all, Like, I would say like 95% and over,
Yeah.
96% and over, something like that, Got Ron Simmons taking it to Orndorff right now. So you said you had practice?
Yeah, rehearsal. My dad's neighbor's wife passed away, and she wanted us to sing at her funeral. So we haven't sung together and like doing the gospel singing together in a long time. So we had to go get a little rehearsal in today to make sure we still had it.
I used to sing at funerals. It was really depressing.
It is. It's one of the things I hate, but when somebody requests it before they pass, I'm like,
absolutely, yeah.
I got her.
Yep.
And this was smaller Paul Orndorff. Paul was a big jack dude back in WWF back in the day. He's still big here, but you
Mm-hmm.
can tell he lost some muscle mass.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was on the, last leg of his career kind of here,
Yeah.
Only had a couple years left.
Eric Tate saying sorry for your lost switch.
Appreciate it, Easy.
So did you look at the card switch?
Nope.
You
Sure did.
He said no.
Oh, didn't.
Mm-mm.
We got Sting and Davey Boy Smith versus Big Van Vader and Sid Vicious. That's the main event. Oh, Simmons just got disqualified.
Oh my gosh. I forgot that rule was in effect here.
Yep.
Oh, you threw him over the top rope?
Yep.
Yes. This was that time when you
That's
couldn't
the
throw
worst
nobody
time.
over the top rope.
What was that guy's name?
Who?
The guy who made that rule who pushed his son.
Cowboy Bill Watts.
Cowboy Bill Watts. Oh, and his Watts kid is in this, isn't he?
Eric Watts as a match.
Which is crazy because Eric Bischoff was in charge around this time.
I don't think quite yet.
He was in the early stages of it because I had looked it up earlier and it said he was in the. I asked who was in charge of WCW Beach Blast 1993, and it said Eric Bischoff in the early stages of taking over.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it was somewhere like completely taken over.
Maybe.
Like those beginning stages.
Yeah, it was somewhere around here, that's for sure. Yeah, we got that main event. We got Barry Windham defends the NWA title against Flair. Rick Rude versus Dustin Rhodes in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the vacant U.S. title. Too Cold Scorpio Marcus Alexander Bagwell versus Tex Slazenger and Shanghai Pierce. Oh, we got Cactus Jack. Oh, wait, no, we don't. We got Max Payne versus Johnny B. Bad. Eric Watts is in a match. Oh, and the Hollywood Blondes versus Arn Anderson and Paul Roma.
Are you saying Tex Slazenger?
Tex Slazenger.
Slazenger.
And Shanghai Pierce.
Okay.
This should be a good pay-per-view with that card.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's supposed to be, but Tony has a very phallic-looking yellow shape on his shoulder there.
Yes, he does.
It's an odd choice. I wore my Macho Man shirt for no reason.
What do you mean?
Macho Man's, I thought maybe he would be commentating.
No, he was in WWF at this
point. See, I didn't know nothing.
Yeah, he was in WWF.
But I thought I had lost this. I'm going to show y'all anyway.
He was also
I lost this shirt, and then I found it like while I was packing up my clothes. It was like shoved at the back of the closet somehow. Where were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, Macho Man was also not an announcer in WCW.
God damn it. Wait, really?
Yes, really. He was an announcer in WWF.
Oh, that's right. Because Vince thought he couldn't wrestle anymore.
Right.
Well, I should have remembered that because I don't know. Oh, well. He'll just have to get me a Tony Schiavone shirt. Yeah. Bottom line. He has to have shirts, doesn't he?
I'm sure there's Tony Schiavone shirts. I've never seen one, but I bet they exist.
I want him dressed as Dracula in that opening for Halloween Havoc.
I forgot Marcus and Too Cold was a tag team.
Oh, really? Oh, I love that team.
I forgot all about that.
Graham Strander says, I'll be seeing Shanghai Pierce team with the Barbarian July 19th in Clayton, North Carolina. Rick Link will be there as well. So there's that.
That's
The
awesome.
Beastmaster, Rick Link. I cannot believe he's still alive. I can't believe he's still wrestling. I don't know how old he is. He seemed old when I was in wrestling.
Well, is he wrestling or is he there signing autographs?
He just says he'll
Be there.
be there. Yeah, so I don't know.
He said he's teaming with the Barbarian.
No, that's Shanghai Pierce. I was talking about Rick
Oh.
Link. The guy
Rick
Rick
Link.
Link.
Oh, okay.
It was he was older. I don't know how old, but when I was a manager, he was wrestling on the indies.
So this is Shanghai Pierce coming out now?
Shanghai Pierce and Tex Slazenger, yes.
Well, which one's which?
I forget.
Okay.
I'm not I'm trying to think. One of them became Henry O. Godwin.
Okay.
Cannot remember which one.
I'll be able to identify him, I bet. Oh, wait, that one of them has a mask on?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember which is which. I'm not that familiar with these two.
I only know what one of the Godwins looks like, so this will be interesting. I think it's the guy with the mask. Wait, move your head.
No.
No, it's that guy without the
Yeah,
mask.
the guy without the mask became.
Oh, that's
Henry O.
Phineas. That's both of them then.
You think
That's-
so? I think it might be.
That's Phineas without the mask.
No, that's oh, is it?
Hold on.
He became Midian.
Yeah.
Became Midian.
Midian. Yeah, that was Phineas.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember which one became Midian. Phineas I. Godwin.
Yeah. Pig and hog.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Big dude looked like he could be built like
That's what
Like
I thought.
Henry,
I was
though.
basing it on the size, yeah.
I was gonna say that's Shanghai Pierce with the mask, I believe.
Wait, I was just talking about how Shanghai's got the power.
Yeah.
that's Henry O. Godwin under that mask.
He looks too built to be Henry O. Godwin.
That is Henry. Did you get the close up?
Yeah, I think he's too built. But I don't know. I think it might be them. Yeah, Kay's gonna look it up.
Well, I know that's Phineas on the apron, but I'm telling you, that mouth structure looked like it's Henry.
All right. I guess he let himself go downhill a little bit. Oof. With a yellow.
Henry O. Godwin, Shanghai Pierce,
Oh, all right. Switch is right.
according to Cage Match.
And that's definitely Phineas.
Mhm.
Well, he became Phineas in the WWF, and then he became Midian, part of the Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness.
Oh my God, look at the veins in his arm.
Oh,
It looks
Scorpio.
like he's like, what's that guy in the Batman movies with
Bane.
Bane? He looks like fucking Bane. Thank you.
Apropos of nothing, when I saw Too Cold Scorpio do that springboard splash. RVD liked two of my tweets today.
Sweet.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
They're basically best friends now.
He's like that's like 6 or 7 of my tweets I've had RVD like.
Are you gonna tell him that when you meet him? You have like 7
No.
tweets.
Maybe.
We should be friends.
Maybe.
Oh, wait,
I
I'm
just
slacking.
watched the video with him on Midian went to his house to apologize. I just watched that video this morning.
With what?
Not Midian. Who was the guy that was it Tough Enough? And through the Undertaker. Maven, yeah, Maven. Maven went to his house to apologize to him and to RVD's house to apologize to him and his wife for something he had said interview.
Huh. And speaking of wife, RVD is expecting a child.
Yep.
So congratulations to them.
Is this his first child?
I believe it's his first child. Little RVD.
Do you think he's gonna come out with really big muscles like meh?
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
And the
He gonna come out like, where's the weed, Daddy?
Grand Strander says UPWA War Games, Southport, NC, July 12th. 78 degrees, 30 miles, $20, 12 participants, 4 buddies, 2 cages, 1 night of total regret. See you all there.
Awesome. Where's Southport?
I'm not sure. Oh, wait.
It's on the
No,
coast.
it's on the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually where my friend Philip lives. Southport. It's very nice. I haven't been there, but I've seen pictures. It looks very nice. Looks like a very chill place. If it's not on the coast, I know it's very near the coast.
I think if you are within an hour's drive of the coast, you live at the coast.
We should move to the coast.
We're already moving somewhere else. No.
We should move again.
I wouldn't mind being close to the coast, just so I can throw a line in the water whenever I want.
Yeah, but then you buy a house, and then like 20 years later, underwater.
So
Yeah.
That's why you can't buy near the coast. You can buy an hour away from the coast, and
Let's
then
get an hour
eventually
away
it'll
from
be
the
coast.
Let's get an hour away from the coast then. That would be nice. Housing market is supposed to be a seller's market right now, so that's nice.
Oh, from your lips to God's ears.
Mhm.
Let's make it happen.
Marcus Bagwell looking good here.
I was talking to the nurse when I went to get my allergy shots last week.
Mm-hmm.
She was closing on a house. The week of the closing, the seller pulled out of the deal,
Oh.
and she'd already moved like into a temporary place and sold her house.
Oh my God.
So now her family is like living in an apartment.
That sucks. That's terrible.
Yeah, I felt really bad for her.
Marcus Bagwell got that armbar on. Who eventually, of course, becomes Buff Bagwell in the NWO.
Buff is the stuff.
But
you can't forget before that, American males. American males.
I try to forget that. Yeah, he and Scotty Riggs were the American males. And if you've been joining us for a Monday Night Russo series, he and Scotty Riggs just fought on Thunder this past Monday that we watched, which you can still catch on X and on YouTube. Switch and I watching Thunder from October '99. And Monday at 8, we'll be watching Nitro from November 1st, '99. Going through all the Vince Russo WCW shows.
Which has been shockingly better than I remember so far.
And they're just getting going. Because it gets strange.
Did you say shockingly better than you remember?
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, that's right, because you said you didn't watch this for very long, right? You were watching WWF?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Like certain things I remember on there, but it's a lot that I don't. But so far, Russo's batting a B, at least a B+ for me.
Well, that's good.
So,
what about you?
I'd say about the same, B+. The matches are too short, but everything's very interesting. Like it's unique and unpredictable, and that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the matches are too short. They'll have about 3 matches per show that have a decent amount of TV time. And then like 9 short matches. And for those of you just joining us, watching Beach Blast 93. And we are 33 minutes and 4 seconds in.
We're not watching a tag match.
Yep. Buff Bagwell and Too Cold Scorpio facing Texas Lazinger and Shanghai Pierce. And I met Bagwell and Scorpio, and they were both very nice guys.
I didn't meet Buff, but I saw him, and he had his hat with him. It was very
Had the
cool.
top hat. I
Yeah.
love that hat. The hat and the overalls.
Do you think he's seen the movie The Stuff?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you think he would appreciate it if he saw it?
I don't see why not. That's a great
It's a
movie.
great movie.
That's a
Have
great
you seen The Stuff?
Never even heard of it.
Oh man, this like meteor flies to Earth, and somehow I forget how the fuck it becomes it, but it becomes this like food additive,
Yeah.
and this food,
That's called The Stuff.
it's called the stuff, and everybody gets addicted to it. It's like an ice cream tub,
It looks like marshmallow fluff.
right? But it's called the stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like everybody thinks it's delicious and stuff, but
And
then
then
it's something.
Things go awry.
Things go awry, right?
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very good.
When did
Very
that come
good.
out?
80 something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like 86, 80,
Yeah,
87, something like
I was
that.
thinking early 80s.
I don't think so.
Is it on your horror thing?
What horror thing? My
The
list?
thing on the wall?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I got him a scratch off thing. That's 100 horror movies, and you get to scratch them off as you watch them. And it has
Wow.
years on it. That's what we were talking about.
Which we still haven't seen.
Yeah,
Some of the earliest ones.
Yeah, you still haven't seen. Well, I still haven't seen a lot of them, but yeah, the early, like the first third, still has a lot of red.
hmm I've seen most of the newer ones, except this movie called Inside, which is like a fetus horror movie. I'm not sure what the fuck that one's about.
That sounds gross.
Something about a fetus. That's all I know.
Oh, because it's a
Wow,
picture of fetus on the
crazy
little
shit.
scratch off thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, that sounds crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably watch it eventually, but
That one movie with the really famous fetus scene, you fell asleep during it. That Joe Bob movie that we were watching.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was terrible. It was this terrible fucking Italian horror movie that you made me watch for this end scene, or one of the
And he-
scenes at the end.
and
And
he
then
fell asleep on
he fell asleep through it, and I was stuck there watching it because he always has the controls, and so I can't get them. Oh, it was such a weird. It starts with an A or something.
Alien contamination?
No,
I don't know.
that's like Italian sounding.
Abbondanza.
Yes.
No, it's not.
No, I know.
Shanghai Pierce.
You watch British comedies tonight?
Boy, the youngster has
Yes.
Here you go, I'm sleep.
Well, I was thinking we could watch an episode of The Walking Dead
Or Columbo. I want to see a sleepy show.
after Walking Dead.
Which Walking Dead you watch?
He is on season 2.
Uh,
I started rewatching it again, and I'm up to season 4.
is he the original?
He's
I've
never
only
seen
seen
it.
season 1. I've read the comics, like I don't know how many comics there are, but I read a bunch of the original comics.
Oh, so you're in the bit. Oh man,
It's
you
about
got
to
a lot.
get good. Like I want to skip him through season 2 and just watch the last like 2 episodes of the season.
Scorpio,
But
look at
like,
that.
he needs like the character.
For me,
building.
it picks up when Negan gets there.
Oh, see, I like to watch episode 1 and 2, and then I like to skip to the last episode of season 2,
Shouting.
and then I like to watch up till the governor shows up, and then I skip ahead until the governor's like last episode. Yeah, I like to skip around.
But
It's
yeah,
like
you
it's like the latest season of Stranger Things. I just skip all the episodes that have L in them.
450.
Or like fast forward through those parts, and then it's so much better. That was nice.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes, yes. Yeah, you got some good binge watching coming up, DNA. So
Mhm.
Yeah, he's got to actually watch it though. He's always like, "Oh, we'll watch it soon," and
I
then
said we'll watch it.
soon.
Yeah, we'll watch it soon. We can watch some. I don't know. I gotta watch AEW from this week. After I watch AEW from this week, we'll watch it.
Oh, because we didn't watch it last night.
No, we did not. So yeah, everybody, no spoilers from Dynamite, please. I have not seen it.
We were so tired yesterday.
Yeah, I went to bed at like 7:15 yesterday. That's
Mm.
why. That's why we didn't do a watch along. I was so
Or AEW
fucking
Weekly.
tired. Or AEW Weekly. I was so fucking tired yesterday.
Packing and moving is apparently quite tiring.
Yeah.
It'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, and we had, was that yesterday the lady came?
Oh, there's Orndorff and the Equalizer.
We met with the realtor yesterday, and so we had to like clean the fuck out of our house, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was tiring.
WCW, they'll find a chance of taking that title away from you.
Listen, Missy. Now you know why they call me the John Wayne of professional.
Who's that behind us?
The Equalizer. Dave Sullivan. Future known as Dave Sullivan.
I
see.
thought so.
He's Hulk Hogan's biggest fan.
Yes, the mentally challenged Hulk Hogan obsessed fan.
Was it this performance that inspired him to become that character?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So what is he doing?
He's fired up.
Looks like he has to go to the bathroom.
Yes, it does. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go back.
Okay. Well, that's Missy Hyatt. She was
Yep,
at one of
oh,
our
Missy.
local AML shows. Her face looks very similar still.
For real.
hmm I mean, she looks like she's had like some drug issues, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like she looks the same, except life has not been easy for her, I would say.
Yeah, I forgot how pretty Missy was.
hmm Yeah, she was there, and someone named, I think, Baby Doll was there, and they were like arguing.
Yep, I know Baby Doll.
I didn't know who Baby Doll was, so.
Who we got here?
Eric Watts.
Baby Doll was Tully Blanchard's valet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And here we got, I think it's, Eric Watts versus Lord Steven Regal as they mess up the Chiron there.
Yes, they did.
What's a Chiron?
The thing that says who people are.
Oh, like on the screen? Oh, okay.
Or just the thing that says stuff, like on the local news, you know?
You want to guess who I'm for?
I think we're all for Lord Steven Regal.
I get to see my guy. 93. I don't think he was deep in the drugs right here, so it should be he should put on a good performance at least.
Yeah, this was almost peak Lord Steven Regal. Peak was probably like 94 or so.
Yeah.
What's Ripley doing here? Hey. No. Oh.
So we'll see how this is. Eric Watts, one of the worst wrestlers in WCW, taking on Steven Regal, one of the best wrestlers in WCW. This might not be so hot. Well, we will see.
Hello, Steven Regal.
I
He's
do
the
too.
best. He's the
He
best.
is one of my all-time faves. I be forgetting about him because, you know,
Mm-hmm.
people don't talk about him like that.
Mm.
When you said Barry Watts, I thought you said Barry Windham.
Eric Watts.
Oh, then I don't know what I have. Did you mention Barry Windham at some point?
Yeah, he's defending the NWA title against Ric Flair.
Okay.
in the semi-main event.
I see. Look at that ref's super mullet. That's awesome.
That's Randy Anderson.
Well, he's got a super mullet. I appreciate it.
You let her out.
I just. I'll get more soup.
Sizing each other up here. If Eric Watts beats Steven Regal, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh my gosh, don't do that.
I'm
Don't
pissed
do
off.
that.
First year of wrestling, I don't think it's quite end of the ring with a technician like Lord Steven before. Watts is going to get a wrestling lesson, believe me.
And he should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was this year. It was, I think, '94 is when Regal won the World Television title, and that was, for me, that was peak Regal. He had some great matches for the World Television title. Had a feud with Johnny B. Bad that I thought was pretty good.
Yep, I remember that because even during that, I was cheering for Regal. It was just something about him I liked, man.
When I was a kid, I was definitely cheering for Johnny B. Bad. When I was a kid, you had to be really good for me to cheer for a heel. Well, that's not true. When I first started watching, I was like always for the faces. And then I started being for some of the heels in like '94, I guess it was.
I think I was just ass backwards because when I started, it was during the Hogan and Piper feud, and I was always a Rowdy Piper fan because that was the only action figure I had. I didn't have no Hogan stuff. I had a Rowdy Piper doll, so I was a Rowdy Piper fan.
That's cool. Yeah, that really would affect who you were for, like toys. Like I had the Rockers action figures, and they were two of my favorites. They were two of my favorites for quite a while. Yeah, definitely. Like the Grandstander said a while ago, definitely go and support your local independent wrestling. You'll find some guys who are better than you expect, probably.
Yes, cherish it. If
Mm-hmm.
y'all are able to have it where y'all are locally, cherish it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Richmond, Virginia is dry of independent wrestling, y'all. So
North
please,
Carolina, we got a bunch.
You know what that sounds
Go
like,
support
Switch? That sounds like it's time for you.
to bring my
to
ass
step
down
it up.
south.
No, I was going to say to start your own company.
I know, right? If I had time, I surely would.
Still, the wristwatch is applied. And the youngster with the STM letters on the side.
Because I bet you're not the only person in Richmond that wishes there was local wrestling.
Yeah. Regal showing. Eric Watts has not been bad here so far. Been pretty good. Oh.
Is it Eric Watts somebody else also?
No.
Okay.
Not that I have any idea about, no.
Oh, this is the son that
This
gets
was
put.
Bill Watts' son, yeah.
Okay. You said he wasn't very good?
No.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Bill Watts for trying to push his son, but he just wasn't that.
Yeah.
He
He's
wasn't
not
that good
terrible.
in the ring, and he just didn't have any personality to me.
Yeah. For those of you just joining us, we're watching WCW Beach Blast 93, and we are at 47 minutes and 46 seconds in.
I could see that being like a hard pill to swallow if you were booking people, including your son, that like your son isn't getting over because he has no personality. You know, that could be a hard thing to accept as a dad, I would imagine.
Yeah. But you got to know what you're doing. I mean, Stu Hart knew how to do it with his sons. Devon Eric's dad knew how to do it with his sons.
Dusty.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Is like he's also the same guy who pulled up the mats, right, around the ring.
Bill Watts, yeah.
And then he put his son in the ring.
Yeah.
That's just so stupid.
Yeah, very stupid. Infamously stupid, Bill Watts.
There's a different Bill Watts, right? Isn't that who was the Celtics announcer and player? Or the
No,
sports
that was
announcer?
Bill Walton.
Walton, that was it.
Big Bill.
You want some minutes? Just trying to make sure you eat something besides cereal today.
I'll have some of it, actually.
Yeah.
There it is, the European uppercut pitch. That's what people do.
There you go. Lay him in. Lay him in. I know Asa has seen it, but Kay, have you ever seen the match where Regal put the Goldberg and Regal match, where Regal just totally out wrestled Goldberg and made him look bad and basically got punished for it?
Have I seen that?
I don't think you have.
I don't think I have, yeah. I'll have to check that out. Is that's in WCW or in
WCW, yeah. It's when when Goldberg was hot and on that winning streak. And
yeah.
Regal just went out there and made Goldberg look horrible.
Yeah.
Out wrestled the mess out of him.
It was the first time anyone had actually wrestled Goldberg. I mean, really wrestled him.
Mm-hmm. But he wasn't
And
supposed to have done that.
It wasn't a squash match.
No, he wasn't supposed to have done that.
What's his little manservant called?
Sir William.
Sir William.
That was a good match, actually.
Doesn't he become? Oh, he's a Lord William Regal. Never mind. I was gonna say, doesn't he become Sir at some point?
Well, here he's Lord Steven Regal.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to WWF and becomes William Regal.
Ball Brawl War Games.
It was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, I believe.
Mm-hmm. That's the show Leanne went to that she had a shirt from.
War Games 93, Fall Brawl 93.
Yeah. I think it was 93. 93 or 94.
It was usually in Winston back then. I'm not sure if that one was.
She's a big Goldberg fan. I think she used to go to the Fall Brawls.
That's correct.
Those 3 matches. We got 5 matches to go here, including the U.S. title, the tag titles, and the NWA title.
The show's not been bad so far, but I feel like it's gone really slowly.
Really?
Or it feels like it's been slow, yeah.
What? How so?
The wrestling hasn't really grabbed me yet.
Oh.
Like it's not bad wrestling.
The tag match turned up some.
Mm-hmm. Maybe just because I've been in and out of the room so much cooking, you know.
I think it's been pretty good.
The Godwins wasn't here for too long. I swear I thought they debuted in like 94, maybe 95. No, I know they was there in 95.
I think 95. I think. Johnny B. Bad and Max Payne.
I want to get to that Iron Man match.
Why is that, Rick Rude?
Hell yeah, Rick Rude. What are you talking about? Oh, is this when Johnny B. Bad is blinded?
Yes.
By the Bad.
By the Bad Blaster. Oh my God. Oh,
Is
Jesus.
he still wearing his like
That was quite a
I'm
fall.
blind now mask?
Yes.
So, y'all, for those that are watching, if y'all didn't know, I just recently learned by joining the No Bones crew that Johnny B. Bad is not black. From this point until 2025, I always thought Johnny B. Bad was black or at least mixed.
Yeah.
No, he's Jewish.
I can't believe you guys didn't know that.
No,
Like the second I saw him. Oh wait, did my computer just die?
hell, I used to think this guy was Bam Bam with a wig on.
Well, I don't know what my computer did. It just came back on. I'm gonna leave and come back.
I'm sorry. I wish I had the finger coordination to play guitar.
I play. I haven't been playing that much lately, but I'm pretty good. I'm good. I'm not great, but I'm good. I play like sporadically. Like I stopped playing for years and got into other hobbies and kind of come back to it.
Ooh, I like that Max Payne logo on his back, though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, now my computer's fixed. Yeah, like the second I saw him, I turned to Asa and I was like, what is that guy doing? I was like, that is not a black man.
Why Johnny B. Bad coming out here
tan
looking like one of
lines.
the
Like,
boys?
you see him when he's wrestling, you can see his like pasty white butt tan lines.
You tell me that guy don't look black with that tan.
He looks
Or at
black.
least
Not
mixed. At least mixed.
Yeah.
Wait till you see his tan lines, and then you'll be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I gotta catch a tan line or something,
Yeah.
underarm or something. Yeah, that mask reminds me. Who's that guy that comes out on AEW with the boys and they be eating out his hand and stuff?
Dalton Castle.
Yeah, that's what Johnny's mask reminds me of.
I love Dalton Castle.
I love Dalton Castle. He's like one of my favorites.
So for those of you just joining us, watching Beach Blast 93, and we are 56 minutes and 11 seconds in. And this is a grudge match because Max Payne disfigured Johnny B. Bad with the Bad Blaster.
I thought he blinded him. Did he
It was
blind him for a
both.
little bit? Okay.
Both.
He's got beaded fringe, it looks like, on his outfit. That's pretty fun.
Whoa, whoa.
Wow,
Holy
wow. That's a bump.
Yeah.
Not beaded, just fringe.
Johnny B. Bad was one of my favorites back then, definitely.
He was so over, though. Supposedly, he was the first person to get a guaranteed contract from WWF.
Huh. Did not know that. He was Wild Man Mark Marrow.
You can see a flash of white butt cheek in that flip that he just did.
And he used to be married to Sable.
Yep.
Who is now married to Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
I'm sure that's a weird marriage. How'd you like to be around that motherfucker every day?
Mm-mm.
Especially knowing there was a woman pissing in a video as part of his like contract with his company that he works for.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's gross.
Sex trafficking and piss fetish
I mean, I don't
videos.
care about the piss fetish, like
Allegedly.
whatever people are into, whatever. But the sex trafficking,
Well, the piss fetish, like forcing her into it, is wrong.
yeah.
That's wrong. Plus, it's
So
also
you-
gross. I'm gonna go ahead and judge that fetish as being disgusting.
Place to
Very
stare.
much so.
Yeah, that's gross. Pissing on people, that's disgusting.
Man, I'm not saying I'm all for it. I just said like I don't care.
The painkiller, Johnny B. Bad breaks it. Oof. Max Payne took all 5 seconds.
So see right there, you can see like an outline of white.
I was trying to check. I was trying to look.
Because I don't keep making you look at his ass, but
I'm
it's
not
the easiest
saying-
place to see it.
I'm not saying
Like
anything.
on the edge of his costume, like if this is his the edge of his costume, immediately next to it is like a white line. Like that's not fabric, that's his skin.
I'm not saying any white here. I still think he's black.
Have you seen a picture of him now?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
Do you still think he's black?
I was kidding.
I know you are. You're like right there.
Yeah, okay, I got you. That is a deep tan.
Yeah.
That's some tan. Compared to Max Payne, who has no tan.
Mm-hmm.
Was that
What happened
prevalent
to
when
Max
you was managing Asa? Did you notice a lot of people doing like tan stuff when you was managing? Whether it be the spray on or just getting tans, period?
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of the guys that I was around, like rednecks, you know what I mean? So that wasn't like the cool thing to do.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But a couple of the guys, like the younger guys, would do that. Yeah. But a lot of the guys that I was around were like 30-something-year-old rednecks, so that wasn't their world really.
Gotcha.
But some of the younger guys who like actually worked out would be tanned. Yeah.
This is probably the first full Max Payne match I've seen.
He's pretty
I
good.
was just wondering what happened to him.
Well, he went to shit. Johnny B. Bad got the win. He went to WWF as Man Mountain Rock
Yeah.
and played his guitar more.
That was part of the gimmick days of WWF, I think.
Which I miss because now nobody has a fucking gimmick, you know?
Gunther was a Nazi.
Most people don't have gimmicks. I mean, most people's gimmick is like, I'm a wrestler, let's wrestle.
Yeah.
And that's not enough. I miss gimmicks. I
The
really
Miz
do.
is an A-lister.
Correct.
That's a gimmick.
But like for real, nobody has a gimmick anymore, you know?
Does being a
Now-
criminal count as a career? 'Cause
Now, when you say
Dominic
gimmicks,
Mysterio-
do you mean like gimmicks, or are you talking about like those job gimmicks that WWF was doing at one point?
I'll take any gimmick, really. You know? Like nobody has everybody's gimmick is just that they're a wrestler. Like the
Mhm.
closest thing we have to gimmicks nowadays is how people dress.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and that's not a gimmick to me. I miss it.
Well, Dominic Mysterio, I'd say, has a gimmick that his dad is a deadbeat and that he's a criminal.
A little. Yeah,
There you
remember when
go.
Dominic Mysterio came into WrestleMania in a prison bus?
Yeah. I used to think that like nose sunscreen and the different colors was so cool when I was a kid.
Doesn't count. Paul doesn't count. I'm sorry.
Asa says he is not the worst horseman.
The
Well,
worst horseman?
When I think about it, he probably is.
Oh.
He's just not as bad as people make him out to be.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that you told me you thought was the worst horseman?
I think probably Paul Roma. I don't
No,
think
it's
there's
like-
anybody.
Steven something maybe? Because I called Paul Roma the worst horseman, and you corrected me and said it was
Stevens.
or something.
It would be a tie between him and Mongo McMichael.
Oh, yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
No,
It would
not
be
Stephen
between those
Ortega.
two.
Thank you. You're
Yeah.
correcting me. Yes.
Yeah.
Steve McMichael, worst horseman. Paul Roma, second worst horseman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I you know what, I would have
pay
to
attention.
switch that for me. I love Mongo, but him as a horseman was not it.
Yeah.
Yo, I love everything about these guys. They entrance music, the way they came in. I don't know what they was thinking breaking these boys up.
Yeah, I love them.
Great. One of the best tag teams ever. No doubt.
Yes.
And they only have one set of belts. They unified the NWA and WCW tag titles. So they have both titles here, but only one set of belts. And this is for both titles, or a unified title, whichever way you want to count it.
Man.
Arn looks like he's wrestling in his underwear or an adult diaper.
Don't be mean to Arn.
No, you should not wear white trunks like that. At least he shouldn't. I'd say most people shouldn't.
You can't even see his trunks.
Well, you can't now. He untucked his shirt. His shirt was tucked into his trunks. Now, I bet you can see him.
Yeah.
Man.
One year, my grandpa dressed up as a New Year's baby, and that's what he looks like.
I see.
He lived in a retirement community, like not like a nursing home, but like an actual like old people. Only old people could buy houses there. And they used to have all these weird events that he would dress up for.
Why him?
I don't
He was
even
a-
know
he
what
was a
your grandpa
fun-loving
looks
guy.
like, and that picture popped up in my head. Don't even know what he looks like,
Yeah.
and it just
Well, he was also very tan, so he looks a lot like Arn Anderson did,
Like Johnny B. Bad in a diaper?
except taller. He looks taller than Arn, but he used to run everywhere in Florida, and this is Florida, so like he had a crazy tan.
Stunning Steve. Yeah, back then I would have never thought Steve Austin would become what he ended up becoming. I always thought he was good, but
Well, he got like a whole different style after his neck, you know?
yeah. Became more of a brawler, which it still fit
Yeah.
his character.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want a blanket?
I get one.
You can have the Ghostbusters one. It's right here.
Ghostbusters.
Have you shown your Ghostbusters Crocs to the world?
No, not yet.
What?
You got a pair of Ghostbusters
Yeah,
Crocs.
they're upstairs.
Not
They're
the
up
official
with
Ghostbusters Crocs. These are different.
Bobo.
Yeah. But they're cool.
They're not even crocs. They're crocodiles.
Oh. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. No, they're off-brand Crocs. That's like all the real Ghostbusters toys from the 80s and 90s in a big pile. and that's printed on them. They're really awesome.
Drawing.
I think it's a real picture that was made to look like a drawing.
Uh-huh.
How would you pile them like that?
There's just a big pile on the floor.
I don't know about that.
Big pile of toys, yeah. Anyways, if you like the real Ghostbusters toys, you would love these crocodiles.
I didn't realize they were fake Crocs.
Yeah, they're good though. They're not as nice as Crocs, but they're good.
Did you tell us much about your Crocs accessories?
I have Crocs with flashlights on them, so I can see when I'm walking in the dark. And I also have a Bluetooth speaker attached to one of my Crocs.
What in the world?
I went out of town for one night and I come back and he's ordered those things.
Oh,
like
so
I
this
can
is something you
never
ordered. I
leave.
thought it was something you MacGyverism.
No, they're real Croc accessories. So now my Crocs are like machines.
Mhm.
The Bluetooth speaker is actually good on them.
It's not going to be if I keep tripping over them because I keep kicking it.
Don't kick my Crocs.
You leave them right in front of the bathroom door in our bedroom. So in the dark, I don't have light up shoes.
Don't kick my Crocs.
What's on Paul's tights? Like, what is that?
Might be a horse.
It better be a horse.
Yeah, might be a horse.
I said Paul Roma wasn't bad in the ring. I just think he just didn't fit with the Horseman.
Yeah, it's like, how did he end up in the Horseman? No idea. Roma, McMichael didn't really fit. I tell you, somebody else who didn't fit was Sting.
No,
Remember Sting was a Horseman? That
I
doesn't make
still
any
don't
sense.
count that. Still
Yeah.
don't count that.
That doesn't make any sense.
Toss on Arn Anderson. Right now, flying by and getting the best of the veteran Horseman. Wrestling him, Tony. Right now, he's looking good. Once again, like I said, from a long.
The two, who were pretty much always involved with the Horsemen were Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson later became a manager, like their manager, but still he was involved with the Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
Arn Anderson is mad. You don't get along with people real well, does he? We're talking about only Anderson, Larry Zbysko, beautiful Bobby. Well, I mean, it's obvious if he goes through partners as quick as
Who did you like seeing Arn tag with better, Ole or Tully?
Tully.
Tully.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the best tag teams ever, if not the best tag
That's
team ever,
right.
to me.
That's my favorite tag team.
Yeah,
It's Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson.
they just work so great together.
Yeah.
Another of my favorites would be the Hollywood Blondes, though. Definitely, they're up there for me.
Yeah.
I don't know who my top 5 would be. It would be those two, the Road Warriors. Oof, probably the Hardy Boys up there. I don't know who else. Oh, maybe. Oh shit, the Hart Foundation, and probably the Nasty Boys. So that's 6. Those would be my favorites.
I would
think-
definitely
I
go. My first team is the Rockers all day, every day. It'd be
Alright.
the Rockers, Hart Foundation, Hollywood Blondes, Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys.
It's a good top 5.
None of you have recent tag teams. That's surprising.
No, well, it's tough. It's so tough.
Especially nowadays. Like, y'all don't really watch WWE like that, but WWE's tag division is the shits.
Yeah.
It's the shits.
Well, like, I'm surprised you don't have FTR.
Well,
the
FTR
Young
would
Bucks,
be up there. The Young Bucks would be up there.
Or Hangman,
shit.
Hangman and Kenny.
A team I didn't even mention, RVD and Sabu, would be
Oh,
my
yeah.
top 5. Hangman and Kenny were the best tag team in AEW history, but I just didn't mention them because they weren't together
Well,
super long.
More
long
than the Lucha
enough.
Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh shit, the Lucha Brothers. There's another one. I mean, all these would be very close for my favorite teams. Like
They'll make my top. Everybody she named would probably make my top 10 except for Kenny and what you call it.
Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Just not together long enough? Or?
Not together long enough. And the Bucks, I've only been watching the Bucks since they've been in AEW, so they probably wouldn't crack my top 10 yet. They probably would eventually, but I've only been watching them since AEW's been a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite teams recently, they weren't together very long either, but Hologram and Commander, I loved as a team. I'd say another great tag team, Steiner Brothers, Marty Jannetty and the 1-2-3 Kid were a great team. They weren't together very long, but they were a great team. I like the Quebecers a lot.
The Quebecers, really?
Yeah, I do. They were great heels. I thought they were good in the ring too. They were great heels.
Are you talking about the Quebecers with the big boy Pierre or Jacques and his brother? Okay.
Jacques and Pierre, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, so he was fresh into the Horsemen right here.
Mm-hmm.
I liked, what are they called? El Sex Gods or Lost Sex Gods? What are they called?
Who was that?
Sammy Guevara and
Jericho.
I liked them. They were.
Was it Lay Sex Gods?
Lay Sex Gods.
Lay Sex Gods.
Yeah.
Lay Sex Gods.
Because that was back when he was Le Champion.
Yeah.
I liked Proud and Powerful too. They didn't wrestle long enough to make my top 10, but I liked them a lot. I was trying to think of other AEW tag teams.
Oh.
What? Am I forgetting one, Ripley?
And Anderson goes right back to the arm again. So once again.
What is it? SCU? Do they count as a tag team?
Yeah, they were the first tag team champions. I was not a fan.
Was that Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian?
Yeah.
And the Fallen Angel.
Yeah, Christopher Daniels was part of it. I think it was just Christopher Daniels. Was Scorpio part of that original tag championship?
It was Sky and Kazarian.
Oh, okay, I thought Daniels was part of it. I didn't realize that.
I mean, he was with them, but he wasn't one of the champions.
Oh, okay.
Has anybody heard anything about Arn Anderson's son, Brock Anderson? I know
he wrestles at AML.
Okay.
It's our independent.
Yeah, he's I don't know if they still have it. No, I think they lost the tag belts last time we saw them.
We haven't been in several months.
Yeah. But they had the tag belts for a while. Him and CW Anderson are wrestling just as the Andersons.
Pretty good team.
Yeah. Well, really?
I thought so.
You've been talking shit about Brock up until the very last time we saw him wrestle.
I mean, not a great team, just a good team, like a good independent, heel team.
One time he came out with one of his boots not laced up correctly.
That's true.
Pick up Marquise when he gets ready. I don't know where he at.
Is Pillman out? Pillman was such a face for a while. You never would have seen him as a top heel tag team champion.
I also really liked Juice Robinson and Jay White as a tag team. Like that series they had with FTR,
Yeah.
that 2 out of 3 falls match. I mean, it's like one of the best tag matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
And a save by Stunning Steve as Paul Roman.
I'm ready for them to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. They're all, and the Guns, they're all off television. Maybe they're all going to come back together. That would be nice.
See, now Flying Brian Dan's naked
I see that.
because his butt cheek brown.
I see that.
Can they get his wedgie out his butt?
Lord.
Again.
Does he not feel the air on his ass?
Or the wedge. You
That
would
shit
would
gotta be
even more-
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Guess not.
Horsemen are in major trouble now. Moments ago, they were in charge.
I guess not. It's like Brian, Victor Trunks.
And here comes the 10.
Damn, Kayla.
Like sharks.
Yeah, why isn't the ref telling him that?
Yeah. I don't know. Someone should.
So they can do a little dirty work on the other side. Deep blow to the back and Roman.
Steve is a fool.
That was funny.
I don't know what Eric Bischoff didn't see in that guy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Grand Strander says, I'm a chief engineer for a concrete steel oceanfront high rise on the south end. Is that right? On the south end of the Bully in Dirty Myrtle. For tonight and tomorrow night only, we have a temp working the lobby and first floor. Bliss. Ah, nice. Well, good. You're able to join us. We're glad.
Yeah.
For Beach Blast 93, for those of you just joining us, we are at 1 hour, 20 minutes, 42 seconds. Am I right? Yeah. 1:20:48.
He says I'm hanging hanging in the not air conditioned trash chute tonight. Best night I've spent here in 2 months. Glorious. Well, I'm glad you found a good hiding spot. That's awesome.
And he's almost there, but Austin blocks it by nailing Anderson.
Hadn't been to Myrtle Beach in 2 years. I like going there for 1 day a year.
I haven't been
We
We
since
just go to one
04.
arcade there.
Yeah.
And sometimes we go to the gay
No,
dog.
we go to some other arcade. We go to like 2 or 3 arcades usually.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Not when I'm there.
Yeah, we do.
We always go to the one with the baseball.
We go to like 2 or 3 different arcades. Yes.
What are the other ones?
Just regular arcades. We go to see what they have too. We always go
Are
to
you
them.
kidding me? He still ain't fixed his tights yet.
Nope.
He's going back to the back with it like that is my guess.
Oh, both miss.
That's what I'm talking about. They had money right here. Hollywood Blondes could have had a long run.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Here comes Lauren. Bam.
That was a good DDT.
Yeah, Austin could have been one of the top guys for WCW, I think. He eventually won the WCW US title. Never the world title. Never really had a chance at the world title that I remember. Of course, got fired, then went to ECW, then went to WWF. Wasn't in ECW for too long.
Not at all.
Mhm.
Anderson again. Join him to television. Stunning Steve griping at the referee. Did you notice the pause? Referee went 1, 2, and a little pause. I think he could have got the 3 in there, Tony. I didn't notice the pause. You would.
What do you think about this match, Kay?
It's been good.
Notice what you want to notice.
I've been enjoying it. I like both of these teams.
Mhm.
Anderson. He's hurting, but he is still fighting.
Like y'all said, Paul Roma's not like terrible. He's just not horseman-y.
Yeah, he's not on the level of these other guys in the match. No.
Looking at it from the perspective of Arn Anderson. In the midsection. Here comes Flying Brian. All right, Anderson is in major trouble. That's all. That's 1, 2. But he continued to escape. Look at he's escaping by pulling the hair.
After this one, it's hard to believe. After this one, we only got 3 matches left, I think.
Mm.
But we got a while to go on the pay-per-view.
Well, one of those matches is an Iron Man.
Right, one of the matches is a half-hour Iron Man match.
Oh, I thought it was an hour.
No, half-hour.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
30 minutes.
They can't. They know we can't handle Rick Rude for an hour. It'd be too hot.
Too hot for pay-per-view?
Yep.
Yeah, we got the tag match, the main event, Flair versus Wyndham, and Rick Rude versus Dustin Rhodes, the 30-minute Iron Man match after this match.
His partner took quite a beating as well. I think Roma's pretty well recovered now. He appears to be okay on the apron. Then Anderson goes head first as the referee's back.
Wait, there are mats on the ground.
Yeah, I guess they put him back at this point. So maybe Bischoff was in charge.
Well, they still got disqualified for getting thrown over the rope.
Well, they had that rule for a while.
Oh.
Yeah, they kept that rule. For some reason, I don't know. Oof.
Anderson reversed it. But he is right at the feet of Flying Brian, who stomps him back down again. Both men getting back.
Those mats on concrete, that's not taking too much of the
Yeah, the hurt
too much of the blow, no.
At all.
Those are like gymnastics mats.
Yeah.
Flying Brian rolled back in. Anderson playing with everything he got.
What's that sound?
What sound?
Steve, top rope that time. Great move by Stunning Steve.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
maybe it's something that switches us. I don't know.
You see him up
It sounded like a pot was boiling, but everything's off in there.
Oh, Roma in his corner. Being smart and not jumping in this time. Oh, look at this. Stunning Steve.
Pillman's cheating. He's cheating.
And here comes Paul Roma over a little.
It's so hard with the horsemen to keep track of when they're faces and when they're heels.
Well, the face is here.
Yeah, I figured that out. When they started yelling at the Hollywood one, started arguing with the fans.
Yeah.
Clued me in.
And I've seen some great Arn Anderson matches.
Well, the Horsemen were usually heels until, like,
Very close to being a
I don't know, sometime in the 90s. And then people loved them so much by that point that they couldn't be heels. Everybody was cheering for them and saying, this is Horseman country and all that kind of stuff.
big old tag to Flying Brian.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nope.
Yeah. And Arn Anderson still came back with that roll up.
Randy Anderson got that hair gelled up. That thing has not came out of place not once when flying to the ground.
Ah,
It's easy for us to
Oh,
You've got to control your emotions. That's what I'm saying. They collide.
okay. Who do you see winning this one?
Well, usually when they do the ref distraction, the other team is the one that wins because then they can say, well, they really got the win, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go Hollywood Blondes.
I see. That's called a visual pin.
Mm.
Steve dropped him straight down on a nice belly back suplex. And that's more pain to the enforcer, Arn Anderson.
The enforcer.
There's a cover.
Maybe I'm going to be proved wrong here.
Yeah.
Arn's been taking a lot of punishment this match.
Mhm.
I don't think his mind is.
But this is how they did Paul in WWF when he was teaming with Hercules. Hercules would be in the ring taking up everything.
Yep. Power and glory.
Mm-hmm.
You think maybe age is
Pretty good tag team, I thought.
It worked.
Yeah, yeah. They complemented each other well, I thought. Roma gets
A bum rap.
a bum rap because he's not bad. He's not great, but he's not bad.
Sorry, I thought of another good tag team. Two other good tag teams.
Yeah,
We got the Briscoes,
yeah.
who I've heard are good. I have not seen them wrestle as a tag team.
They were good.
And my
You're talking about Mark and Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mark and Jay. Thank you. I forgot there were the other Briscoes. And my kingdom.
I don't know if they go up and
They had the proton pack as their tag finisher. You gotta love them.
I tell you another good tag team who you don't hear about a lot is High Energy with Coco Beware and Owen Hart.
Oh, yes,
Very good
definitely.
team. Very good team.
Come on.
They both
Damn.
wore MC Hammer pants.
Yeah, it's hard to do the tag teams. You got the British Bulldogs,
Who do you have on the wall?
Oh, the Midnight Express. Yeah,
the
right
Midnight
there.
Express. That's a classic go-to team right there.
Mhm.
Yeah, none of us said them or the Freebirds or the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
Demolition.
Oh yeah, it's hard to narrow it down because
It
then
is.
every time you think you narrow it down, there's like 10 more.
Like the Road
Yep.
Warriors? None of us said the
No, I did.
Oh,
I
did
said
you?
they were in my top 5.
Oh, okay. I missed
Yeah,
that. I was like, how
yeah.
the fuck did none of us say that?
No,
Okay.
they're the objective number one. They're not my favorite, but they're the objective number
Mhm.
one. I think the Road Warriors.
Now,
My favorite, my personal favorite is either RVD and Sabu, Arn and Tully. Probably one of those two. Oh, 2 count only.
Roy saved it. Roma. Roma lost it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked when Arn would wrestle with Flair too.
Bam, the Blondes win.
It's my wrestling brain.
Yep. Your wrestling brain?
My wrestling brain. It's been working.
Oh, yes. That's
Very
what I'm
good, man.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all get one for that. All right. Let me see what my time
Let's
is.
do a time check here. Because we had some people join us.
Yeah, for those of you joining us, watching WCW Beach Blast 93, and we are at 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 22 seconds.
Just finished the tag match.
Yeah, just finished the World Tag Team title match. We got the U.S. title Iron Man match, the NWA World title match, and the main event tag match with Sting and Davey Boy versus Big Van Vader and Sid Vicious.
Arn needed a cup in this match, and he was not wearing one.
Why did he need a cup?
Because I saw way too much detail of Arn Anderson's penis and testicles than I needed to see during this match.
Let's see.
See, obviously, you and the blonde's gonna jump a private plane party.
It's not necessary.
Huh?
I hate Hollywood, but I love the Hollywood blondes.
One thing I love is the Iron Maiden challenge is coming up.
Why does she hate Hollywood?
I don't know.
Stepping into the ring with ravishing record, ruling minutes, determine the U.S. Heavyweight Champion. How do you see it?
All I know is 2 minutes, 30 minutes. That's not a dream.
Forget about it. Fall Raw coming your way.
Lord, that's dirty.
Mm-hmm.
The ring for the Iron Man challenge.
Her teeth are like Ross's and Friends. Like glowing.
Challenge for the United States Heavyweight Championship. The man that wins the most balls inside of 30 minutes will become the United States Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, we got Rude and Rhodes here for the vacant United States Championship.
34.
Rick Rude, definitely.
Switch, who are you for?
Oh. I love Rude. Yeah, I think I'll be for Rude.
That's the only correct answer, so good job.
I'm pretty much.
I gotta remember this was young Rhodes.
Yeah.
This is your big moment, Deputy. Shut your mouth, open your eyes, and show some respect to the next United States champion. Hit the music.
But you know, Kay, that theme song doesn't hit the way the one did in WWF.
The stripper song.
The stripper song that he had in WWF.
Yeah.
Look at his tights, though. I mean, you can't.
Oh yeah.
You can't help but love the man.
Oh Lord.
It's a really inappropriate sign for a child to be holding.
Yeah. Rude can't bump and grind with the natural. That's disgusting.
Do you know Joe Shipley?
Joe Shipley, may I join? I don't know. We usually don't let. I don't know you,
like
so
that.
I'm gonna
I
say
like
no.
that.
But
Send him a message.
send me a message on X, and it's at No Bones Wrestling, at No Bones RASSLIN, and we will talk about it for the future.
We do
Yeah,
this every Thursday.
yeah.
I like that jacket. That Dustin had. Gosh, man, this is 93. He was even wrestling before this, and we're in 2025, and the guy still looks good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I only saw him when I started watching wrestling, which was in like, I don't know, like 2010-ish. And he looks better now than he did then.
Yeah.
Joe says, just wanted to talk about my favorite era, 89 through 98. I will send a message. Thank you for your reply. Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
look forward to hearing from you. Definitely, we'll talk about it, Joe.
Sweet.
Probably my favorite era too. Yeah, I'd say for me, like 83 through 94, probably my favorite.
I think I could take mine from 83 to 98. Give me some of that attitude era.
Yeah, I guess I'll go a little further. Yeah. Really, like 83 through 01. I guess I'll extend mine too.
Oh, 01.
Yeah, because
Mm.
WCW was
Because he was
around.
rocking WCW, so 01 is about right for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, those tights is hitting, yo. This dude.
Mhm. What is Ruff doing?
Who? The ref?
Yeah.
Just breaking it up.
Because they were technically on the ropes the whole time.
I guess. I don't know.
Let these boys go. Let them go.
So we got 30-minute Iron Man match here, which for those if you don't know the way an Iron Man match goes, whoever gets the most falls in 30 minutes wins the match.
So Joe saying, I'm watching WCW 97 through 98 now. I'm 41, but having Peacock is a blessing to watch these old WCW shows.
It is a
Like
blessing.
Slamboree 1995. We just did a Slamboree watch along, didn't we?
We did Slamboree. We did a newer one.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Well, Joe,
What
if
year
you
was
got
it?
Peacock, you might as well switch on over to Beach Blast and
Yeah,
enjoy this
join us,
with us.
yeah.
We love to hear you
Exactly.
comment on here, man. Switch on over. AC, you gonna give them a time?
Yeah, watching Beach Blast 93, and we are at 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 41 seconds.
We are watching the Iron Man match with Rick Rude.
Yeah, Rick Rude and Dustin Rhodes.
But more importantly, Rick Rude.
Yeah, we're all 41 here too, Joe.
That's true.
Yeah.
Cold
Old,
dust.
aging like fine wine.
Fine wizard.
He has like Terminator legs.
Yes, he does.
That's awesome.
Saw it as clear as I did. Oh, we did ravishing victory.
Nice. Yeah, 93.
93,
Beach Blast 93.
The final was held up and then either side of time. 30-minute Iron Man
Oh.
Look at that hip work. That hip work.
It's going wild. Blues when those hips rotate, Tony.
So him and Mr. Perfect went to high school together, right?
Oh, really? I didn't know that. They're both
Yeah,
from Minnesota.
both
I
from
know that.
yeah, both from Minnesota. That's why they were so close. They went to high school together and been friends ever since.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that either. Yeah, Joe, we got Jesse Ventura and Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, we're at 1 hour. If you just joined us, we're at 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 3 seconds.
See a bridge and a cave right there.
There's this show on E called Most Wanted Treasures for wrestling, where they'll take like Booker T and they'll go out and find like old memorabilia of old wrestlers. They need to do a Rick Rude version and try to go find some of his tights.
Tights, yes.
And put them up in that place where they be letting people come see all the exhibits.
Yeah, where is that? Is that in Connecticut?
I don't know. I don't
like
know.
a waste to put it in Connecticut. Put it where people actually are.
They went and got Bruder's Barber's shears from one person. They went to that referee Charles Robinson. They went to his house and got one of Ric Flair's robes that he had wore. I want to say it was the one. I think it was the one that he fought Harley Race and won the championship in, and they got that from him. But they had to either trade with him or give him money for it. Because some people don't be wanting. Yeah, some people don't want to give up that stuff.
Sure he gets his money.
Yeah, like he was crying and everything in the episode because he did not want to give up that robe. But then Ric Flair came and gave him another robe.
So Joe saying, yeah, Switch, I watched an episode the other day. They bought Brett's jacket from WrestleMania 8.
Nice.
Yep, sure did.
Against Piper.
It's, the Rowdy Scott for the Intercontinental title. Great match. Brett beat Piper for the belt.
Yep. Go ahead, Dustin.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, Beach Blast 93, Joe. Yep.
And this was the last time they called it Beach Blast. After this, it would become Bash at the Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what always mixed them up. I thought those were two different companies' names for a beach pay-per-view, but it's the same company.
Yeah, 92 and 93, it was Beach Blast. And then starting in 94, it was Bash at the Beach.
Because they weren't blowing up boats anymore. So it was no longer a literal blast.
No, I hope they show that before the main event.
You know what? Why does that sound? Yeah, didn't they have like a movie or something with Sting and on a beach and stuff?
Yeah, Sting and Davey Boy playing.
What's the timestamp?
It was
Sorry.
for this
Oh.
one, right?
Yeah, Joe, we're at 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 58 seconds.
Beautiful
Now,
clothesline.
1:43, 03, 04, 05.
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate picking against Dustin.
it was Davey Boy and Sting playing beach volleyball with orphans. And then Big Van Vader and Sid and their managers sent out a little person with an eye patch and a snorkel and a bomb, and he bombed Sting and Davey Boy's
Their boat.
their
right?
boat. Yeah, but he didn't murder them. They were somehow in the wrong place or something like that. I forget exactly what happened. But
I remember something like that. I just
Yeah.
remember the beach scene and Sid's piss poor acting.
yeah, yeah, I think they shot it on film. I believe.
Oh, really?
I think so. It was expensive. Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. With Cody being what he is in WWE right now, do you see there being any interest or money in bringing Dustin over there for some kind of feud with Cody or something?
Nah, I don't see that happening. No.
I don't think so either. I think Dustin's really happy where he is. I mean, he the way he like just praises his current situation. So Joe Shipley, oh my god, it was so awesome. WCW in '95 was wild.
Mhm.
I went to Super Brawl 5 at the Baltimore Arena with my parents and brother. One of my best memories. That's awesome.
Baltimore.
Bear hug.
Baltimore. I love Baltimore. I haven't been in many years, but I really enjoyed it last time I was there.
Me too. I went to an Orioles game the last time I was there.
Oh yeah, that was just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got teach 8th grade, so we go on a DC field trip every year, and we used to go to an Orioles game.
I haven't been in like 18 years. I just realized.
Wow.
I'm sure it's different now.
Yeah.
A man's man, I swear. If it weren't for the fact that Dustin was so young right here, because I hate going against Dustin, but Rude is just something else. Bruh, thanks for joining us, man. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Joe. Yeah. We do. Our schedule is on X. If you go on X and look down a couple posts, we do just real quickly. Wednesdays we do AEW Weekly and we watch Dynamite. Thursdays we always do a retro watch along. Saturdays we do Collision, and Mondays we watch. Right now we're watching the Monday Nitros and Thunders that Vince Russo booked. So that's pretty much Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. That's our schedule. That's probably going to change soon. Just long story short, we're moving. We're going to have less time. It's going to change soon, but then in August we'll be back with everything.
Whoa. And yeah, Rick Rude's tights are always fire. I totally agree.
But
It's one of my favorite things when I know there's going to be a Rick Rude match. Is like, what are his tights going to look like this time?
Did you see the selling on Rude's face when he had him in that move? Just I appreciate stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Damn, it felt like it was longer than that. Only 10 minutes went by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's surprising.
Down to 10 gone, 20 to go.
I can't believe neither of them's had a pinfall yet. I always will remember when I think Rick Rude had Jake the Snake's wife on his tights.
My favorite ones. My favorite ones.
I liked when he had Fifi on his tights. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
I think that was Halloween Havoc 93, actually.
Mm-hmm.
3 months after this show.
But yeah, that Most Wanted Treasures, they should definitely try to go find some of his tights.
Yeah.
And his robes. His robes was all right too.
Mm-hmm.
They were nothing compared to the tights, though. Let's be honest. Those
Nah,
tights were the highlight.
Yeah, but you know, it's Rick Rude. All he really
Yeah.
had was the robe and the tights. He needs
Yeah.
something else.
I noticed Tony neither man.
Going
He's a-
to the
Yes.
to the rest now.
He says that was Havoc 93. Yes, they said.
Mm. Rude looking out
He said
for
that was his Halloween
Fifi.
Havocs.
Yes, I do. My favorite shows, personally, Halloween Havoc.
I just love the set.
I like War Games. I think
Oh.
those are my favorites.
Mm.
The earlier war games,
Earlier.
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
talking about earlier. Yeah.
Those were
Mhm.
at the Great American Bash.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of which, they just added on YouTube. WWE just put out Great American Bash. I forget what, but 2 years that had not been available before. Were not available on Peacock even.
Huh.
They just put out 2 more years of the Great American Bash, so that's something
Sweet.
Why was
watch
it
that.
available on Peacock?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think one of the years was 86. I could be wrong, and it was not a pay-per-view yet, so that's my guess why it wasn't on Peacock.
Okay.
That would make sense.
So Joe saying Kurt Hennig was never the same after his best friend passed. They were basically brothers, traveled the road together, or traveled the road. God bless, rest in peace, Hennig and Rude.
Yep.
I will always love wrestling until I die.
Bro, I'm
Good
with
We
you.
feel you.
Yeah. Big wrestling fans here, yeah. And a lot of times our friend Wolf joins us as well, and he's a big wrestling lover. He's not old like we are. He's like 23.
Yeah.
We trying to teach him though.
He knows his stuff too, but he doesn't know this era. He doesn't know.
Yeah. Now you get him on some up to date stuff, he'll know stuff that I don't even think like Triple H or Tony Khan know.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And he is just
Andy knows what's going on in TNA and New Japan. He's like our
Wolf making himself miserable watching WWE. He complains
I know.
about it all the time.
I know.
It got to the point now where I wake up Tuesday morning, have me some
Oh, wait,
coffee, and I'm literally rewinding through it.
Rude just got a pin. Sorry.
I missed that.
Yeah, Rude got a pin. Hit the Rude
Also, he got hit with
Awakening.
the Rude Awakening.
Yep.
was rude. I'd have waited for him to stand up and give him another one. Ooh, this might be even better.
Oof.
I'm gonna need a little caffeine, I think.
What kind of
Late.
caffeine you got?
I got Dr. Pepper unless you drank it.
No, I'll take some.
Dr. Pepper.
I'm with you there, Joe. It says when I was watching that WWE Treasure show, it made me kind of jealous. If I was a millionaire, I would buy so many wrestling things. Yeah, definitely.
Don't get me started. I'm jealous with Asa and all his stuff just right there. And that's not even half of it.
Nah,
Like
that's not even
that belt right there over your, what's that right shoulder? It's just sitting so pretty right there.
Yeah, I've had that belt, man, forever. I've had that belt for 25 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. That's OG right there, then.
Mm-hmm. Like that and the ECW belt and the US belt, ECW TV belt. I've had them all for 25 years, 24, 25 years. Yeah.
I can't wait to see what y'all do with the new spot, man.
Yeah. We're definitely going to be redecorating. I don't know. Hadn't thought about it too much, but it'll definitely be different. Yeah.
Depressingly small
That's
amount
all.
of Dr. Pepper.
That's all. Cool.
You can have some.
I don't
Take your
want
count
that.
out.
You can have some. This is how much Dr. Pepper we had left.
A swallow. A swallow.
I don't want it. You can make some coffee. No, I don't want coffee.
Did you like the ramp connected to the ring?
I love that.
I like that, yeah. I wish AEW did it more.
They've done it a few times.
Yeah. They do it, I think, every time they're at at Daly's place. But I don't know. I like it.
All In is what, next Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the Ring of Honor.
Y'all doing a prediction
pay-per-view-
show?
Yes. I don't know what date yet, but yes.
Okay.
We'll figure that out soon, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
But yeah, next week, everybody. Right, like Switch just reminded me. We'll do an all-in prediction show. Friday night, we're going to do the Ring of Honor pay-per-view watch-along, and Saturday afternoon, we're doing the all-in watch-along. It starts, I think, at 3 Eastern time, I think. I'm not sure on that.
Switch, are you the champ right now? Who's the champ?
Is it Wolf?
No, I'm not
No,
the
I think
champ.
Isn't it Wolf?
I thought it was Switch or me.
Who is it?
I don't know. I'll have to go back and
I
look.
know it's not me.
Well, everyone knows it's not you, Ace.
I
I
could
was
have
the champ a
sworn
couple of months ago. Me and Switch were.
we were. I might be. I did bring my little toy belt out. I
Yeah, I
might be
thought
the
you-
last one.
I
Are
thought
you?
you tied
Because
with.
I think it came down to me and Asa for the last match.
No way.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, there's no way.
Okay,
That's
Kay's looking it up. I don't
That's why
remember
we
what
have Mama K.
show. What
Mama
show
K
was
got
that?
our back on it.
Yeah.
Double or Nothing.
Switch one.
Well,
Oh.
Switch and Wolf tied.
Switch and Wolf tied.
Oh, we tied. So that's
Yeah.
right. Because Wolf was supposed to come up with a name for us.
I was
So,
the
yeah.
champion and I lost it.
That's right. Switch and Wolf are the co-champions.
So Joe saying in '99 he went to Catholic school. He swore he wore an Undertaker tie because they had to wear ties. And
That's
he likes Raw's ramp in '96 through '99. He thinks that one is the best.
Oh, yeah. I remember Undertaker used
Yeah,
to wear
it's
that
like
big
WCW.
fat tie.
Yeah, entrance ramp and setup.
Yeah, I love WCW's ramp.
I love you. I'm sorry, sexy boy.
Huh.
Is that a Shawn Michaels reference?
Yeah. You remember that? It was Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. Yeah, he said, "I love you. I'm sorry," and then he super kicked the shit out of him.
It was
Yeah.
such a good moment.
Mm-hmm. WrestleMania 20.
He's Mr. WrestleMania. Of course it's going to be
Mhm.
good. It's
Yeah.
Shawn.
What year was that? WrestleMania
I bet Joe could tell.
24? That's just a guess.
That's a pretty good one.
I could be wrong. I feel like it was WrestleMania 24.
What year was Hogan in The Rock?
Oh, you asked me out.
That was WrestleMania 18, I believe.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, it might have been WrestleMania 20 for that one then. Because it wasn't too far after that.
Really? Okay.
24.
24.
Go ahead,
I
Asa.
mean, that's the only match they've had at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I remember everything from like 1 to like
Oh, just
12.
18.
1 to 13. Yeah, you're talking about Hogan and The Rock.
I'm talking about the Hogan and Rock.
Okay.
From like 1 to 13 or 1 to like 15, I remember most of it. And then after that, it's a blur.
I think I can go all the way up to Brett and Shawn's Iron Man match as far as my WrestleMania knowledge. And then after that, I have to start dipping in.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Yeah, you do.
You know more than
No,
what you
I know
think you
some
do.
things about WrestleMania 1.
You've seen WrestleMania 1 and 2,
I don't remember 2.
and the last, several, like 7.
I didn't watch this past year's.
We've
They
watched
are
most of the last
And I
7.
didn't watch the last year before that. I only saw the end.
You've seen 5 of the last 7. You saw this year. You saw night 1 and 2, didn't you? Yeah. You watched this year's with us.
Did I? Oh, because I made
Because I was
I
sick.
made bingo.
Yeah, I was sick on night
Yeah.
1, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say one of y'all wasn't here for one of the nights.
I wasn't.
But I
there
remember-
for-
I just
I remember
I
playing
was-
bingo. That bingo jump was sweet. I like that.
Oh, I'm glad you like that. Maybe I'll do something for All In similar.
Yeah, you should do something for All In. That'd be fun. Yeah, All In, big show coming up next Saturday. We would definitely, as Switch said, we'll have a prediction show sometime this week, or I should say next week, and an All In watch along Saturday afternoon with me, Switch, K Fabulous, and hopefully Wolf will be there with us.
I'm sure he will. Yeah, I'm looking for this is like the first AEW pay-per-view I've been really looking forward to, yo. Like I really want to see that Kenny and Okada match, man.
Oh yeah, looks like a great show, man. What we got? Kenny versus Okada. Uh, Hangman versus Moxley. Monet versus Tony Storm.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The all-in card. We got the 2 casino
Did you say
matches.
Omega and Okada?
Yes.
We have a tag match with the Hurt
Oh.
Syndicate,
And Jet Speed.
and Jet Speed.
And the rumor is Christian and Nick Wayne are going to get added to that match.
Oh, that's cool.
And they will probably win the tag team belts. And then we also have the Young Bucks versus Swerve and Ospreay.
Oh, yeah.
For the EVP.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a stipulation. I heard this. No more Dynamite spoilers, please. I've not seen it. But I did hear this.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, never mind then. Okay.
Yeah.
So Joe saying on Dutch Mendel's stream the other day, they were showing a tweet from a bar that said Ric Flair pooped his pants.
No.
No offense, but Rick is kind
Yeah.
of hurting his legacy.
No.
Look,
be the
Rick
man.
is old.
You
Rick
have to
is
be
old,
yourself
and his
up.
body is falling apart. I
Yeah.
saw that too, but I
And
gotta
he has
remember.
cancer right now. He's going through.
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
That's sad.
No.
It would suck to be famous, to have like all of your worst moments just like all over.
Yeah. I've not been paying attention to this match. Has there been another fall?
It hasn't been, but this has been a good Iron Man match, man.
It's been a good match. I just missed like the last 4 minutes of it. That's all.
And Dustin don't have no alarm. Don't you think about being one? I'm not going there to wake him up. If he knocks him out, he could be out for 5 minutes. Ruda walks away with it.
He could be out for 5 minutes. No, he couldn't.
He could murder him.
Could murder
I've
him.
been choked out before. I woke up like 3 seconds later.
Put him to
As soon as
sleep.
they let go,
I'll choke you out.
I've already been choked out by someone. I'm fine. Thank
Let's
you.
see it live on stream. How long can I put K out for?
Dustin,
He's watching a headlock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a headlock.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
we're at 2 hours and 32 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, he was asking about the time on the clock. We're at 6:10 left on the clock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 6:05, 6:04, 6:03.
Etc.
Yes, this is their rest move before the last 5 minutes. Fired up.
The last 2 matches are going to get some time too, because we got 51 minutes left on this show.
Dustin is the son of a plumber man.
True.
True.
this bozo just don't want to call it. Dustin, getting back.
Neighbors are having a get together at Haynes Park on tomorrow.
Oh,
Jawbreaker.
that's cool.
Should maybe try again
We're going to.
at 5.
Oh, what time is that get
I
together?
don't know. I just saw it.
Oh, okay.
Jump on the ring right now. Rotate up yet.
I don't like to be social.
Yeah, I hear you.
Dustin staggering around.
I guess we should probably tell them that we're moving.
Well,
Because we're their neighbors. Maybe they have people that want to move in.
you told me not to tell him.
Thank you guys and gals for letting me watch the show. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. Yeah, of course. Thank
Yeah,
you, Joe.
Glad you're having fun. Yeah, we love doing these. Thursday watch alongs, my favorite thing that we do. Our retro watch alongs.
Yeah, every Thursday at 6:50, 6:50, we do a retro watch along. Usually we stay with the month that we're
Yeah.
in. Like it's July, so we're watching Beach Blast. We'll probably watch some July WWF pay-per-views. And then in August, we'll watch some SummerSlams, some WCW Road Wild shows.
Oh, do you remember the SummerSlam I wanted to watch?
95, you said?
Yeah. That's Finn Balor's favorite pay-per-view. SummerSlam 95. He watched it every day, multiple times a day for a week straight when he was a kid while he built Lego sets. Sounds like my kind of guy.
I'm lost. Who main evented 95?
Okay.
No.
Oh, fucking Diesel versus King Mabel.
Oh shit.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. Yes, it was.
That sounds delightful.
The rest of the show
Please,
looked pretty
please
good.
tell me the rest of the card is good.
Yeah, the rest of the show looked good.
I'll turn on notifications and be there also, man. I can
Nice.
tell real old school wrestling fans when I see them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
respect all three L's wrestling while it's shaky. Mine is kind of shaky. I did not grow up watching wrestling, but I have a WrestleCation, as Asa calls it, that he has been slowly teaching me.
True.
We got another pinfall.
There we go.
1-1. 3 minutes left. Don't let K be trying to sell y'all those wolf tickets because K be knowing some shit.
But it's because of my WrestleCation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got a good teacher there.
I do.
We're now in 1987 on her WrestleCation. It's
Yeah.
been moving very slowly.
Well, that's because we watch wrestling so many nights a week already. It's hard to add in those extra days.
That's true. We've been going all out of order, but the in order WrestleCation is up to 1986.
Yeah. You have 241 in the match. I don't know when you sent that, but we have 220.
22 to 21.
Yep, it's 1-1.
Yeah, 101, exactly.
You know what the mistake was, Tony? What room should have gone for the Rude Awakening instead of the Farmer's Hand?
Now 210, 209, 208.
2 minutes.
It's 215 now. Yeah, I think you're a little bit behind us.
Minute 59, minute 58, 57, 56, 55, 54.
I swear that move always scares me.
A pile driver, yeah.
The
Yes.
match, I agree. This match has been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting that leg up there, Rick.
Yeah, some rest holds, but I mean, you're going to see that in a half-hour match. That's fine.
Hell yeah.
There haven't even been that many. I don't think.
I don't mind it. I
Yeah.
don't mind it.
I like Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be cool if he came to WrestleCade. I'd like to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
I think the main reason I like Dustin
Who
is
can name the
because
referee first? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
he took the Dusty Rhodes name completely away from him and ran with that Gold Dust character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really made that his own. And like for the longest, I thought he was kind of.
So I don't know his real name. I call him Daniel McBride because he looks like Daniel McBride.
Nick Patrick.
Nick Patrick. There we
Nick
go.
Patrick.
Yeah, I will never remember that because in my head he's just Danny McBride.
The NWO ref. That's the only reason I know him so well.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yep, Nick Patrick.
The evil ref.
Yeah, he's as good as the refs. Switch to.
We got 30 seconds left
You
here.
go to the AEW refs. I know all their names. Say nice Asa.
Who's there? Aubrey, Bryce.
Mhm.
Those are the only two I can name. Wait, who's the bald one? I haven't seen him lately.
Rick Knox.
Rick Knox.
Yeah.
Well, look, I haven't seen him
And
lately.
there's Steven Smith.
Yeah.
There's one whose name I don't know. He's newer though.
We are gonna see draw.
They're not going to give them extra time.
Nope.
Oh.
They're not going to give them extra time.
So now what happens?
Title remains vacant.
Gorilla
Yeah, that was a
Monsoon
good
comes
DVD.
out and restarts the match.
So they each get half of the belts.
No.
Yo, that joint's nice too. You know, I'm a thing for belts. I like how the WCW had some nice looking belts, yo.
Mm-hmm. Your spot fell down back there.
Yeah, it did. Do you want me to get it?
Yeah.
All right, that's not gonna be able to happen. I have tiny T-Rex arms. I'm sorry. Ace is gonna go get it. Yeah, I do. I can't reach anything ever. You know how people say lovingly the first things that they noticed about each other? For me, Asa says, short arms, big head. That's true. I have very short arms. I have a sticker on the other side of my computer that's a T-Rex with like 2 of those little grabbers, one in each hand, and it says, now I'm unstoppable.
Well, the first thing I noticed was a big head, and then I sat down and I was like, why are her arms so short?
Stupid.
Just keeping it real.
I would expect nothing less.
There we go. There's the U.S. title.
Really?
Hang on.
I'm sorry, Switch.
I'm so jealous of him, man. Look at that thing.
That's not. I know,
Oh,
I love, that's
man.
one of my favorite looking belts, honestly.
It is, man. That's nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
I used to have it hanging up back here, but I just haven't.
That's because it was covering the light switch, and it was making me crazy.
Yeah, I told Ace I can't wait to see what y'all do in the new spot as far as decorating.
Yeah, the decorating.
Mhm.
That'll be interesting.
We'll try.
We
We'll
have to
make
figure
it.
out the
We'll
setup.
make it different. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good to change, you know.
Well, plus we have a stack of framed autographs that we were gonna swap out, but I think in the other space we'll have more room for
Well,
things.
we have some we need to buy frames for before we move, so we can move them in frames and not move them as
Okay.
pieces of paper.
Yeah, it's weird though because like they're not the size of a normal frame.
Well, we're gonna find some frames and buy them now.
Ah.
'Cause we got a little money in the bank, so we're good. We can get picture frames.
Oh, is this already started? What's
No,
happening? Oh,
this
this
is
is
No, they're recapping.
Flashback, I gotcha.
Recapping.
What a great title, Alex Wright. Oh, did Alex Wright have that title?
I don't think so.
Joe, I told my girl the same thing.
Oh,
I said
yeah,
they are such a cute couple. I love them to death.
yeah,
we're-
thank you. We're in the same room.
We're married.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is my hand. Yeah.
No, thank you. That's
Thank
very
you,
nice
man.
of you.
Yes, they are an awesome tag team.
Thank you. We have fun. Man, this is like a real feud, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's been going on. This is 93. This has been going. They've been battling for years before this.
Mhm.
When Wyndham first came in.
Well, Wyndham was a horseman for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then they broke it off.
How come you never bust out the foam fingers when we watch all these 4 horseman matches?
I don't know.
It's a waste of a good prop. We got the 4 horseman foam fingers.
Oh no, hold
Still
on.
put it
Here
back
go,
in.
here go Ace of Boy right here though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here go Ace of Boy right here.
Looking good.
Styling and profiling. I'm gonna keep on saying it. If Charlotte can get some of his talk and his demeanor, Charlotte would really, really be that chick in wrestling. She just got to learn how to talk on that
Yeah.
mic.
Mhm. Joe, if you haven't read it, there's a book called Nitro about WCW that Asa like absolutely adores.
Yeah.
Who wrote it?
Guy Evans.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Great book. It covers WCW from 95 through 01. And the guy gets to talk to like producers, writers, talks to Eric Bischoff, talks to wrestlers. He gets a lot of access to people somehow. And it's an excellent history of the second half of WCW.
I'm literally scared of Big Van Vader at 41. Yeah, he
I was a little, as a
He's
kid,
scared.
I was a little scared. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, if you watched Who Killed WCW, the documentary, the author is interviewed in that quite a bit. He seems like a cool guy.
Mhm.
And just think, it would only be a couple years after this, he's in WWE as the Stalker.
Yeah.
Barry Windham?
Yes. He's got his face painted in graffiti, like army graffiti type shit, camouflage. I said graffiti, camouflage, and he called him the Stalker.
Mhm.
Huh. That was after that movie came out. Was he based on that guy?
It wouldn't surprise me
The
knowing Vince
horror movie,
McMahon
The
ass.
Stalker. We watched it with Joe Bob.
Oh, I don't think he was based on that guy.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just saying, one thing that really, really bothers me is that WWE didn't put Vader in the Hall of Fame until he had passed. Always rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I agree. It's wrong and it's sad. Should have had his day. Definitely.
Same thing with Sid.
Yeah. It's hard to believe they're both gone. Neither of them were very old.
Nah.
Is Sid dead? Is he dead?
Yeah, Sid
Yeah, he
passed
died
away
like a
last
few
year.
years ago.
Yeah, he died. Yeah, it was like a year or two ago. That's what I thought.
Yo, Barry had a mean clothesline.
Yeah.
Barry's good. Very good. Of course, Barry Windham, the namesake for Bray Wyatt, whose father named him Wyndham Rotunda. Because he was Mike Rotunda, better known as IRS. He and Barry Windham were a tag team for a while and friends.
That's got to be such an honor to have like your friend name their kid after you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Especially when it's such a weird name like Wyndham, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that Jones, like certain Jones was crazy. Like you got Kevin Owens. He named his son Owen after Owen Hart.
Wait, so his kid's name? Oh wait, his real name isn't Owens. I was like, wait a minute.
Owen Owens.
Owens. Is his real name Steen? Do you know? Is that his real
I
name?
think that sounds about right. Kevin Steen.
Because that's what he used to
Yeah.
wrestle under, but I don't know if that's his real name.
Sid Vicious had the best look ever. He was a fucking monster. Was kind of sad to see him job to Sexy Boy in '96.
Hey, you watch your mouth, Joe.
Yeah, Switch's
It's never
favorite.
It's never sad to job out to my guy. Although I will admit that the Montreal school job was some bullshit, but damn it, it's Sean.
Pretty good one. Pretty good one. Pretty great one. Oh. Yeah, that's one of the things. I mean, I would say about Ric Flair, Bret Hart, and Shawn Michaels. It's crazy how many people's best matches were against one of those three guys. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, because they faced, a lot of the same people, but they faced a lot of different people too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's just so many people from their time periods where it's like, what was his best match? Oh, Bret Hart. What was his best match? Oh, against Shawn Michaels. Or what was his best match? Oh, of course, Ric Flair. Those three seem to have the most matches like that.
Yeah. But I think
Who would
Rick
you
says
say of that now? In either company.
Man, maybe God, it's got to be Will Ospreay, doesn't it?
I was about to say the same thing. I don't think Ospreay. I think you can Ospreay can put on a match with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm starting to feel that the Pink Panther can go too.
Yeah, for real.
Because
I've been saying that since his Aussie Open days.
Bruh,
He's just so good.
Fletcher hasn't really had a bad match in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a bad Fletcher match, honestly. Like, I've never seen him have a match where I'm like, ooh.
And as far as WWE, people don't give him the credit that he deserves, but he could put on a match with anybody. Finn Balor.
Oh,
yeah.
Finn Balor and AJ Styles.
It's
to
one
me.
of my favorite, yeah.
AJ would be, it would be up there. And, I mean, he just retired, but Bryan Danielson, I would say, would be up there.
Mm-hmm. Joe saying wrestling was all political, in my opinion. Too Cold Scorpio was better than both of these guys in '93. Too Cold never got his chance. And then he said Offspray. I guess for Osprey.
Yeah, Too Cold was great.
And he still wrestles. We saw him like
Yeah.
a few months
I was gonna
ago.
ask y'all that. I was gonna
Yeah.
ask y'all, did he still wrestle?
4 months ago, something like
We
that.
have a signed picture from him, I think, that needs
That's
to be
pretty.
framed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We also had our picture taken with him.
Too Cold, yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, you always repeat me. Just like
Yeah, he was great. He's been, for me, I think he's been the highlight of this card, honestly. Too Cold, really. Saw
No, insulting to Rick Rude.
several nice high flying moves from Too Cold.
Yeah, but he just did an Iron Man match.
That's true. That's true. Well, he's been one of the highlights. I'll
Yes,
say
thank
that.
you.
One,
I'll
one of the
accept
top
that.
highlights of this card.
I wish I could
Too
think
Cold
of
is
a
like the
good
nice version of me.
ECW pay-per-view that we can go to 4K. I don't want to give her a bad experience with ECW. So we got to do our research and find a good
I want no
ECW
Jack in
pay-per-view
there.
for her.
None.
I'm thinking like Heat Wave '98. You should look at that card.
Heat Wave was a good one.
Yeah.
You're right. I forgot about Heat Wave.
Because
I was like, I want to watch ECW, but I'm also really scared of ECW.
You should be.
Yeah.
Not only was the wrestlers crazy, but the fucking fans was crazy.
That's true.
Mhm.
Extreme.
It is in the title. In their defense, everything they did, they warned you ahead of time.
It was truly extreme. They weren't just. They weren't just. It wasn't just a name.
this is the Barry Windham thing.
Oh, I swear earlier I was going to say, how does the K8 have the same size 8x10s on their wall? I didn't know the same room y'all rule. Yeah. Yeah, we're shared space. Although we'll have more space in our new place, in our podcasting room.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see some fresh pictures up.
I think so. We got
Hopefully the internet works. Oh, we know it does. The
Yeah.
computer's already in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dad had a TV in there that he would stream stuff on.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we'll probably start in the new place in like August, I'd say, early August.
Mm-hmm.
Break them down, Flair. Break them down.
Yeah, everybody out there, we thank you for watching. I will tell you, our schedule might be a little hectic throughout July, so just stick with us. I'm sorry if we end up canceling stuff, but we are moving, so just bear with us through July.
Yeah.
We'll be back to normal by August, I think.
Mm-hmm. And we're still going to try and do as many of our shows as we can, obviously.
Yeah. I think one thing that's getting cut out, I think probably is Collision Watch Along.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be doing Collision Watch Alongs in July.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try and do the rest, I think, for now.
Well, the 12th is a Saturday, right?
Correct.
So one of those,
Yeah.
we don't even have Collision.
Well, next week we have a bunch of shows.
Yeah, it's a lot going on next
Because
week.
we have Ring of Honor.
Yes, there's a Ring of Honor pay-per-view and an AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah. I'm watching that Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I want to see Dalton Castle.
Yeah, we're all watching the Ring of Honor
Good.
pay-per-view.
Just making sure I want to see Dalton Castle.
Dalton.
I don't know what's on it. I know Athena is facing someone.
I thought she was facing Thunder Rosa.
Yes, I think so. And I know, isn't Bandito facing someone?
They just
Yes,
said who
it's
Bandino was
someone.
facing. Who the hell was it?
I don't know. I don't know what's on that card. All I know is that Athena match.
So Joe saying not the best, but who's everyone's top favorite wrestlers? I say Bret Hart, Randy Savage, Sting, and Sexy Lexi.
Oh, that's a good pick. I love Lex Luger. My favorites, again, not the best, but my favorites: Ric Flair, Bret Hart, Rob Van Dam.
I cannot believe you have not said Mick yet.
I would put him up there.
He used to be like your guy.
Yeah. I'd probably say Mick Foley.
I can't believe you're hesitating on that. He's on my list.
I'll give it, that's 4. I'll stick with 4. because it gets
Okay.
really hard. It
No
gets
new
really hard.
people.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'll say I'll say Will Ospreay. I'll put him up there. Yeah.
I was gonna say Tony Storm. Will Ospreay. Ugh, probably Johnny Be Bad. I just really love
Wow.
him. Like I just always enjoy him.
That's right.
And then McFoley, I think probably would be mine. It used to be CM Punk, but then he broke my heart.
He really turned into a fucking asshole.
Chill.
Yeah. Just a corporate. He should not be allowed to call himself Punk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
So, great
man.
pick, Asa. And then, oh my God, yes, Johnny Be Bad. Hell yeah, Johnny Be
Gotta
Bad.
be.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, earlier in the night we saw Johnny B. Bad defeat Max Payne.
Mm-hmm. While being masked because of his horrible disfigurements.
Right. Which later turned out a month after this, Johnny B. Bad unmasked, and his face was exactly the
Yes,
same.
totally fine. Switch, what about you?
Of course, Shawn Michaels is at that top. Oh, Bret Hart, Penta, Zero, Miro,
Mhm.
and Randy Orton.
Wow.
Randy
Okay.
Orton.
I never knew that about you.
I hate Randy Orton.
I know y'all do, but I love me some Randy. And
I don't know. It's just because, like, when I
I
first
think the
started
only
watching,
reason I like Randy is because of that RKO. It can be
Yeah.
hit on anybody at any time.
Which
I love
reminds
finishers
me-
like that.
Diamond Dallas Page. I left him off. He's one of my favorites.
Wow. He did break it. He started breaking that leg down.
Nature Boy just won his 10th world title there.
Wow. Yeah, the confetti game, the Bad Blasters. Yeah.
How can
One
you
of the
forget
best
him?
parts. Rewind. Thank you for showing up. We always love to see you. Taz is everyone's favorite wrestler. 97% of wrestling.
You know what? I
Favorite
saw
wrestler is
Taz, and the
Taz.
first
That's
thing
our
I thought
favorite
about was
tactic.
Rewind.
Yeah.
I saw Taz, and the first thing I thought about was Rewind before even seeing Rewind's name.
Awesome pick, Switch. Randy Orton, underrated legend. See, he was a heel when I started watching, but like not a fun heel. Like CM Punk was a heel, but like I loved how
No,
heelish she was.
I
Like how
know
much
that y'all don't like him, but why don't y'all don't care for Randy Orton?
I know, but that's why, because he was just like such an ass, like such a fucking dick. And I know he was supposed to be, but he was like too good at his job. Like he just like legitimately made me not like him.
But they
For
say
me, I
that
just don't I don't know, his moves don't really do anything for me. Like his presence doesn't really do anything. He's not bad. He's not I don't care for him.
I hate one that he calls himself an apex predator, and two that he punches the thing when he's going into like viper mode because snakes don't have fucking arms. So like that,
You were like
don't do
screaming.
that, Kate.
it enrages
do that.
me.
You gotta stop.
Kate said no. That shit right there does
Yeah,
not work.
no, it's just awful. Taz is the real goat. Wrestling was fake to me when DDP stalked Undertaker's wife when DDP had already had Kimberly.
Yeah, don't get me started with that how they botched DDP in WWE. There's no reason it should not have been DDP versus The Rock. People's champ versus people champ.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, Rick could just talk on a mic. He could talk people into their seats.
I knew what you meant. It's fine. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no shit.
Rewind. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to see Randy Orton's snake. I bet that viper has some sweet venom.
My
You know what
God,
I'm talking
Jesus
about, Asa.
Christ. Oh my lord.
What do y'all think of Cena's heel turn? I don't watch WWE right now, so I haven't really seen pretty much any of it. But I like that he's doing something different before his career's over.
It has a slow build to it, but I'm not gonna lie. The last promo he did on CM Punk was probably the best promo, even though it was a ripoff from CM Punk. It was a great promo that he did.
Oh,
I haven't seen a lot. I only saw it at the beginning, his heel turn, but I liked it. Like Kay said, I like that he's doing something different. You know, I'm sure he'll be face by the end of the year.
yeah, I think so too.
I think
And they're
sooner-
already trying to make him face. The fans still cheer for him.
Yeah, sooner than later he'll be a face, I think. Main event time.
The second half of this went by really fast.
Mhm.
Good God, already?
Where's
We
Missy
main event
Hyatt?
already.
They were 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 40 seconds.
Do you know where Missy Hyatt's from?
I don't. She sounds like she's from the South.
Well, she's definitely from the South. That's what I was asking.
I'm going to go with, like, Georgia.
That's what I was thinking also. I'll confirm.
Oh my gosh, Sid and Vader
The
with
masters
Harley Race
of the power bomb.
and the Colonel back there.
Missy Hyatt is 61 years old now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's about right.
Tallahassee, Florida.
You know what? Just thought about it. Being that the Bulldog is on here, my brother just went and bought him a French Bulldog. He is the ugliest, cutest little thing I've ever
Aw.
seen. But $2,500.
I was going to say, that's expensive, man.
Do you hear me? $2,500. But he is the ugliest, cutest little thing. He got like cow colors on him, so we call him Moo Moo.
Ah, that's cute. I better take care of that dog.
Oh, it's running him. My brother is not the type to keep still. He doesn't have kids, so this is a bit much for him. So I've been having to go over there and show him what to do, tell him how to train him and stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Joe, I'm buzzing a little bit, but I'd be remiss to not thank you guys for talking wrestling with me anytime, dude. We're here
Yeah, man.
like 4 days a week.
Yep.
facts,
Talk wrestling.
facts.
Yep.
And when
And
they
it's
ain't
later
here, you
done.
go on their X page, and Asa always has something up about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I put news all day, and a lot of days I put news all day, and then I put our schedules and our shows are on there.
Yeah.
On X is a great place to find us, but we're also on TikTok at No Bones About Wrestling, and of course on YouTube at No Bones About Wrestling. And on YouTube, you want to go to at No Bones About Wrestling /streams/live
Mhm.
to find all our streams. And here comes the team of Sting and Davey Boy Smith. Now these are 2 tag teams here. You know?
Yeah,
Do you want to do the "He's a Man Called Sting" line? 'Cause
No, do you want to?
No, I'm not gonna be good at
There's a man called Sting. A
it.
man called Sting. That's the best I got.
when I see those outfits, all I think about is the goddamn Shockmaster falling through the goddamn wall. Every time I see them long coats, I think of the Shockmaster.
That's funny.
Just about a month after this is when that happened.
So,
So,
in
yo,
90
before this, oh, go ahead, Kay.
No, okay. So in '96, Missy Hyatt and Sandman had a match against Taz and Bill Alfonso Hyatt. So that was the best moment of her career. She said she could have died because all of her dreams came true.
I
Thank
can't
you,
rewind. I can't rewind. So before we get started, I saw you put something up about Britt. Is she gone from AEW?
Nobody knows.
She's requested, from what I've read.
No,
No?
nobody knows. I've heard back and forth, so nobody seems to know what the hell's going on.
Google told me, but apparently it's not confirmed.
Yeah, nobody, because I've heard people say she's asked for a release. I heard people say she hasn't. I've heard people say she's getting released. I've heard people say she hasn't. So I don't know. Nobody knows. I mean, somebody knows, but nobody knows who knows. If that makes any sense.
Yes, that makes sense.
Nobody knows who's right.
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll find.
They've
we'll
guessed
find
all
out.
of the possible options.
Right.
So someone's
Right.
got to be
Somebody's
right.
got to be right. So I don't know.
Surfer
heard-
Sting.
I heard AEW did not want to release her
Early.
early. Yeah. They just don't want to give WWE another like, why do that
Yeah.
and give them another person?
Great
I don't
day.
know.
Now that was a choke slam.
Oof, yeah, it was. I say release her. Like, she's not. Are people really going to AEW shows to see Britt Baker? I don't think so.
I think in Pittsburgh, possibly.
In Pittsburgh, yes.
Bruh, I don't think she was the same when she came back from that injury, man.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she was not the same at all. Well, plus too, when she was really big in AEW, that was before their women's division had like risen to the height that it was, and so it wasn't hard to be like one of the best women at that point. I mean, not
Yeah.
to knock her like that. That's not what I mean. But I mean, it
No,
just
you're
wasn't
right.
the same level of difficulty. So Joe saying, yes, rewind, you know you're wrestling, bro. Thank you, Joe. I, just like you, a humble Taz fan, just like everyone in the wrestling universe, we all love the GOAT Taz.
Rewind is both Taz's #1 fan and Hook's #1 fan.
That's true. Crown Parker was a cool heel, and I'd rather go to Britt Baker's OnlyFans.
Right, yeah, exactly. I mean, she's hot. She's an attractive woman, but wrestling, she's okay. She's not bad like some people say.
She looks like she should be a dominatrix.
I see.
You can't see her with like a riding crop in her hand.
I guess I
Well,
could.
you see,
Wearing
see
a lot
Cole
of
had
leather.
enough of her.
I don't really think
Cole had
about
got
that
enough
one.
of her ass.
Yeah.
She just has one of those faces that looks like she would be like standing on top of you.
Let's see.
Who's the man? That big mastodon.
There it comes.
But you know what? They said backstage he was a softie. And there was an interview where Paul Orndorff beat the shit out of Vader in flip-flops.
Yeah. I forget why, but yeah, I've heard that story.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Did Vader, I missed it. Did Vader come out with the WCW title?
I thought that's what Flair just won.
Flair had that was the NWA title.
Oh, he didn't have no title on him.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But yeah, not Flair, Vader was the WCW World Champion at this point. So that's weird. Just to confuse things, didn't come out with his belt on. And then Flair had they had 2 world titles at this point: NWA, which Flair just won, and WCW, which Vader had.
So is the NWA one considered the big gold belt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then later that becomes the WCW belt.
Okay.
But for right now, it's the NWA belt.
Joe saying, yep, he did switch. Switch knows his shit. Flip flops.
Mhm.
Little something.
And then the NWA one, the year after this, becomes the WCW International World Title, because they break away from the NWA.
From the NWA.
But they keep the belt.
Gotcha.
Which is like such a weird thing that they let them do that.
Yeah. And then by '94, by July of '94, the big golden belt is the WCW World Title.
That's because it's like the best looking belt
Oh,
on
yeah.
the planet.
Oh my God, yeah.
Series right there, that big hold picked up by Davey Boy, and then Vader with a Vader bomb. Top of the ropes. A warning from Nick Patrick about the elbow maybe being close to being a low blow. And Harley of Eternal.
I think the big gold belt debuted in the mid 80s.
I think that's right.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
And Sid Vicious, the master's going to work now.
Now, really,
Anyone
if these
who
two
loves
was
football.
really a tag team, who would fuck with them?
True.
Sid and Vader. Like,
True.
oh my gosh.
That's what I thought when I was a kid. I was like, there's no way Sting and Davey Boy are going to win this match, you know?
I wish they would have showed that clip before this jump.
Yeah, I
That,
know.
that little trailer she had. I'm gonna have
Me
to go
too.
find that on YouTube just to watch it, man.
It's not on YouTube.
Get out of here.
Yeah, because I was trying to share it earlier today.
What? Share what?
The Cheatham, the evil
Oh,
person
yeah.
clip.
Joe, I googled it and it just came up with big gold belts stuff. So I'm not sure what you're.
Like when it came about, I think is what he's asking. Big gold belt debut or something.
Okay. And then Eric asking, how come WCW went to MSG?
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it means.
They did.
I don't know.
I think WCW worked up there because I thought that was always. I thought Vince had that on lock.
I'm not sure if they eventually did. I'm not sure about that. I don't know, Eric.
So there was a big lawsuit between WCW and NWA over the right to the big gold belt, and it's crazy that WCW won that.
It's crazy.
Joe saying he's right. He wanted when it was introduced. I see. I'm gonna go by Wikipedia. Is that okay with everyone?
I guess WCW probably won that lawsuit because they had like Ted Turner's lawyers, you know?
Exactly. I was just thinking the same thing.
1986.
That's what I was thinking. Was 86.
According to Wikipedia.
Desperation Davey Boy out of the way, but Vader's buckles him with a big elbow to the small of the back.
Vader dominating Davey Boy in
Who
there.
remembers the Sportatorium? I remember it, but not from back then. I remember it from Iron Claw.
I remember it. Yeah, great arena. A lot of energy.
Just saying,
They
good
said
pizza.
they said won't no AC in that building. It would just be hot and muggy up in there.
Oh.
Well, depending on where it is in Texas, Texas is like dry heat.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Texas got a whole different kind of heat.
Yeah.
You can taste it out there.
Rewind saying it's because Flair was the first champion of the big gold, and back then you had to put down a deposit on the belt,
Right.
and then never gave Flair the deposit back, and that's how it all started. Wow.
Oh,
That's very impressive knowledge, Rewind.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I mean, I know you're very knowledgeable on all things Taz. I didn't realize that it extended into other areas of wrestling history.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
We have very knowledgeable viewers and listeners. Oh my God, Vader hit race.
Raced and took a bump.
Mm-hmm. And here comes the Stinger.
Young surface thing.
Oh. Laying him in there. Nice drop kick.
I want to hear an update on how Sting's son is progressing with his wrestling training. You know?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything for months.
Yeah, me either. Joe saying, I'm not gonna lie, I cried at the end of Iron Claw movie. When Kerry was talking to his brothers in heaven. Oh, I cried.
So that was
mad during that movie. It was so sad.
That's very sad.
Like the whole movie was sad.
Yeah.
Great movie, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Steven.
What's up?
Yeah, it's good to hear from you.
Yep.
Rewind saying wrestling is Taz. True. Do you want to give Steven a timestamp?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're about over, but
Yeah.
Beach Blast 93, we're at 2 hours, 42 minutes, 27 seconds.
Main event.
Yeah, got 9 minutes left.
Steven said he's disappointed that there's no Chris in the movie, though. Yeah, I think they kind of combined two of the brothers' stories into one.
Right.
I think they did it because, like, that movie was already so depressing that, like, telling the real story would have been even sadder. Which, like, you've never heard of a biopic where they have to make the life less depressing,
Mhm.
so that the movie won't be just like brutal. But
Yeah, that just
So sad.
what
That
they
just-
went through was so unreal.
Yeah, really.
do you think they were cursed?
Yes.
Had to be.
Yeah.
You think so?
You
Yeah.
know, I believe in that stuff. Yes.
Yeah, that's not just coincidence. Something's up there. I can't say what it is, but something is going on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Von Erich wasn't even mentioned, but I think they used some of like his story. Like I said, didn't they? When we looked at it?
Yeah.
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 When Kevin said that line, he was like, "I'm not even a brother no more." That's what
Yeah,
made
oh
me
my
choke up.
God. Yeah, me
When
too.
he said that made me choke up. That line right there will always stick out. Like I couldn't
Mhm.
imagine losing my brother.
Yeah. Steven waiting for the Queen of the Ring movie streaming wise. Yeah, we still haven't seen that.
We
I
gotta
can't
watch
believe
that.
that.
Me
Yeah, we gotta watch
neither.
that.
I was
forgot
like
all about
insisting
that.
on watching it the day that it came out, and then like the next day and the next day, and we just keep saying like, oh, we'll do it later, and then I just forgot.
Well, you want to watch it tomorrow?
What's tomorrow? Friday? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, is this instead of The Walking Dead or in addition to The Walking Dead?
I'll see what we.
Kay is stuck on that Walking Dead.
Yes,
Kay
she
said,
is.
"You gonna
Favorite
watch this
show. I
Walking
need my
Dead?"
husband to have seen it.
Well, pick one.
I'm picking The Walking Dead.
All right.
Kay, do you just do that one, or do you do the spinoffs too?
I do all of them.
All of them.
I have not
with
seen.
you.
I have not seen Daryl Dixon season 2, The Book of Carol. I have not watched that yet.
Much better than season 1. I will say that.
Oh, really? Okay. See, I like
Yes.
season 1. It was very slowly paced, but I kind of
That-
appreciated that.
That was my problem with season 1. It was slow
Yeah.
paced. It was too slow for me. But season 2, it picked up. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah. And Dead City, I had just started. So I've only seen a few episodes of that. But everything else, I've seen all of it. So I got behind in the comments. Sorry. It's not letting me scroll it. There we go. Wasn't Jim Cornette in the movie? Camille, Tony Storm, Naomi. I didn't realize Naomi was in it. That's cool. Britt Baker. I didn't realize she was in the movie either. And then yep, Jim Cornette. Joe. Oh, Samoa Joe?
How much more can he take?
Mhm.
See. I've seen him take punishment before.
Remember Kamala.
He got all the way.
Rest in peace.
Kamala, not
Kamala.
Kamala.
Oh, Kamala.
She tried to bury the vice president.
I was like,
She
what?
tried to bury the ex-vice president.
I remember Kamala. Yeah, I loved him. Davey Boy.
I got a little
Dante.
confused. I was like, Kamala was
Which-
in
Trump called her Kamala the whole race, which was kind of funny. It just always made me think of the wrestler. It was like he was running against the wrestler.
yeah.
Here's what Kamala said today.
You're right. They seem just to have.
They are cheering for Vader.
Yep. Yeah, they are.
For a big man, he could move though, man.
Hmm.
He is very talented. I just find him so scary that like I can never cheer for him.
I don't know if he's the best big man ever, but he's my favorite. Definitely.
He's one. Yeah, he's one of them. Because I thought Bam Bam could go too.
I was gonna say I like Bam Bam.
Yoko, when he first came into WWE, he could go.
Mhm.
Do you know Bastion Booger?
Oh gosh, yes.
So Asa, when we first got married, he would send me photos randomly of Bastion Booger eating. With like no context, just like boom, there's Bastion Booger like in his like wrestling outfit having some chicken wings. Like,
Didn't it look so nasty?
oh my god, I hated it.
Oh, Pope Bastard. Then I think he became Friar Monk, or maybe he might have been Friar Monk before that.
Oh, really?
No, he was. God damn it! What was his name?
And I know he was like Norman Lunatic in WCW.
I don't remember.
I can
Wow.
name two. I can name Nick Patrick and I can name Lil Nate.
Oh, moonsault. Here comes
I
Sting.
can't name a third one though. Can you name 3 WCW reps?
Randy Anderson, Nick Patrick,
Lil
my-
Nate's-
Charles Robinson, and I keep forgetting the name of my favorite guy. When he would do his 3 count afterwards, he would be like this, real skinny dude.
Brian Hildebrand.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
my favorite rep.
Yep.
Wow.
He was the ref in WCW NWO Revenge.
So that
Davey Boy
wasn't
got
Randy.
the pin.
Wow. So Stephen Jamerson, Vader, Bam Bam Bigelow, Viscera, Bronson Reed, Jerry Blackwell, Old School.
Whoa,
Not
whoa,
Viscera.
whoa,
No
whoa.
way.
You put Viscera on that list, we got to have a talk.
No way.
Is Viscera Mabel?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
no. Steven. No. Remember the head shrinkers used to eat turkey legs.
Yep.
Yeah. Steve, the Viscera one. Whoa.
Don't forget Bill Fonzo was a referee in WCW.
That's crazy, man. So I always thought that was Randy Anderson on the game, but that was him.
Yeah. Mark Curtis, I think. Was that his name, right?
Yeah, Mark Curtis. Yeah, that's it.
His real name was Brian Hildebrand, I believe.
Bastion Booger, Friar Ferguson.
Friar
Norman-
Ferguson.
Norman
That's what it
the
was.
Friar Ferguson.
That's what it was.
Steven always here to help us out.
Yep.
Good one, rewind, reminds. That's a good show.
That was a good show.
Yes, it was. Of course, Vader got to act a fool.
Randy Pee
Oh.
Wee Anderson.
Oh my God.
See, I thought Vader was crazy when he came to WWE and was splashing Gorilla Monsoon. That's when I had kind of a fear for him. Because that's when I thought wrestling was real. I was like, yo, this dude is all unhinged.
Mm-hmm. Vader got pinned by Davey Boy.
Yes.
And Davey Boy got a world title shot a month later at Clash of the Champions and then lost to Vader.
Oh, man. Yeah, you go do that.
Which I believe we've done a watch along for that. Clash of the Champions 24, I think. We've done a watch along if you look back on YouTube.
24.
Clash of the Champions 24, yes.
I don't remember watching something with that high on the number.
That's the one where the Shockmaster.
Rest in peace, Pee Wee, the real Pee Wee Herman, and Pee Wee Anderson.
Shockmaster.
Miss Pee Wee Herman.
All right, let's do the thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through and do the ratings for the matches real quick. Switch if you want to join me.
Yes, sir.
We had the World TV title match with the DQ rule waived. So if Orndorff lost by DQ, he lost the belt. Orndorff beat Ron Simmons by DQ when Simmons threw Orndorff over the top rope. Gave that one 3.5 bones out of 5.
I gave it 3 bones. I didn't like the disqualification thing.
I gotcha. Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Alexander Bagwell beat Shanghai Pierce and Tex Slazenger. Scorpio hit a 450 splash on Slazenger and pinned him. I gave that one 4 bones out of 5.
I also gave it 4 bones out of 5.
Lord Steven Regal with Sir William beat Eric Watts. He rolled him up and held his tight. This match was surprisingly good. I gave it 4 bones out of 5.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was
I gave it 3.
Wow. Okay. Johnny B. Bad beat Max Payne with a crossbody and got the pin. 3.5 bones out of 5.
I also gave that 3 bones.
Okay. Well,
Just saying 4 bones and 2 bones.
and let's see. NWA WCW World Tag Team title match. The Hollywood Blondes kept the belts over Anderson and Roma when Austin held Roma's tights. I gave that one 4.5 bones out of 5.
I actually went 5 bones on this one.
Wow. Yeah.
I had no complaints for this match.
Great tag match. U.S. title 30-minute Ironman match. Rick Rude and Dustin Rhodes fought to a draw, 1 fall each. I gave that one 4.5 bones also.
That one would have got 5 bones if it didn't go to a draw, but I gave it 4.5 bones.
Nice. NWA World Title match. Ric Flair won his 10th world title, beating Barry Windham by submission to the figure 4. Gave it 4.5 bones also.
I gave that one 4 bones. I've seen these guys wrestle before, and I've seen better matches than this one.
True. And the main event, Sting and Davey Boy beat WCW champion Big Van Vader and Sid Vicious, accompanied by Race and Parker. Davey Boy hit the crucifix pin on Vader and got the win for his team. That's another one. I gave 4.5 bones out of 5.
Yep, I also went with 4.5 bones out of 5 for that one. Good match.
Great finish to this show. The last half of the show was fantastic, I thought. So now let's do best match, worst match, and rating out of 5. Kay, you want to start?
I do. The best match was the Hollywood Blondes versus Arn Anderson and Paul Roma. The worst match. I'm going. No, that's so mean. Oh gosh, I don't know who to pick. I should have thought of this before I started talking. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm going with Shanghai Pierce and Tex Slazenger versus Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm going Lord Steven Regal versus Eric Watts.
Okay.
And rating overall, I would give this 4 bones. It probably would have been higher, but the beginning of the show felt slow to me. Like I said, I was cooking dinner, so I was in and out of the room, and that might be why it felt slow, but it was slow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. K knows her shit.
All right, Switch, what do you have to say?
Basically the same thing as Kay. Worst match for me was the Eric Watts and Lord Regal. The best match was the Hollywood Blondes and Arn and Roma. And overall, I would go with 4 bones out of 5 for this whole show. Good show.
All right. I'm gonna say worst match was Orndorff over Simmons. Was the one and it was a good match. It just, the least good match on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think the least was a pick'em. The least match for this show was a pick'em for us.
Yeah. Best match, we all agree, the Hollywood Blondes over Anderson and Roma. So it has to be right. And for the show, I'll agree with both of y'all. I'll give it 4 bones out of 5. Good show. Very good show.
Joe also giving it a 4 bones out of 5.
There we go.
Steven asking who our worst horseman picks are. I think we kind of agreed earlier. It's
Steve McMichael.
Yeah.
Steve McMichael, for me, McMichael the worst. Roma the second worst. Although I like Roma. Usually.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the best, but I like him okay. And yeah, he's the second worst, definitely.
Yeah, Joe, it's nice having you.
Joe, nice to have you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Like I said, look on X. Well, everybody, look on X at No Bones Wrestling. That's RASSLIN. We have AEW and AEW news and clips and stuff like that posted throughout the day. Our broadcast schedule is on there too. You'll have to go down several posts for right now. Maybe Kay will make us a new one, but
yeah, I will.
We'll have a new schedule on there. Also, we're on TikTok at No Bones About Wrestling. I put different stuff on there, and we're on what else is it? Oh, and we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
At No Bones About Wrestling.
The place we are the most.
And to see our streams, you go to click live, and that's where most of the streams are.
Yeah. And if you want like audio only, we also have our AW Weekly podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere.
Yeah,
podcasts are found.
You might need to search for No Bones About Wrestling or AEW Weekly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which way it comes up, but
it comes up either way.
Oh, okay. But
I
it's
think
called AEW Weekly.
No Bones About Wrestling also brings up WWE Weekly, I think, too.
Which is a show we used to do. Yeah. So that's it. Everybody, Thank you for watching. Switch, you got anything you wanna hype?
Not a daggone thing. Y'all just make sure y'all keep tuning in with us. Hit that notification bell, follow, subscribe. Let you know when we go live.
Yep. And we will next see you, what's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
I don't think we're doing Collision this Saturday. So we'll next
Monday.
see you Monday for Monday Night Russo, where Switch, K Fabulous, and I are going to watch the November 1st, 1999 Monday Nitro, where the WCW World Heavyweight Title Tournament continues. And we see what Buff Bagwell's next step is in railing against Russo and Ferrara, the other rider.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
we'll see what happens there.
How many contestants we're down to in the tournament now? 24?
I'm pulling up the brackets right now.
24.
24?
We'll see. Oh, yeah, we got 8 tournament matches. We've had 8 so far. So if Kay will show us the bracket.
There we go.
So we got,
So that's what we've had so far.
That's what we've had so far. So
So you guys have
Group 3.
You have Benoit versus Malenko, a mystery contestant versus
Evan Courageous.
Hall versus Sid, the Cat versus LaRue.
That's Lash LaRue for
Yeah,
everybody out
Yeah.
there.
And then Buff versus Stevie Ray, Vampiro versus Berlin, Disco versus Hennig, and Booker T versus Jarrett, which is what I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, all 8 of those matches Monday at 8. And I'm sure we'll see others. They've been doing about 12 matches on the Nitros we've been watching.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord. And just as many segments, backstage segments.
Oh my God, more than that, Jesus, more than that, like 24 backstage segments.
But it's been
matches.
fun. It's been fun.
And it's gonna get out of control soon. So
yep, tune in with us on Monday, y'all.
Yep.
Monday Night Russo, 8:00 Monday. Everybody, we will see you. And like I said, follow us on X until then, and I'm on there all the time. So I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Love,
Thank
love,
you so
love.